Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raymond Terrace Bowling Club once again for the 2023-24 Pairs Finals. We're at Game 1, and I'm Benny Two Shoes. I'm with you all day, as will probably Mr. Lennon Scott.
Good morning.
So, punter, big night last night, Friday night raffles.
Yeah, you were here.
I was.
You partook.
Yeah, I jumped in for the gala game, and I had a ripper time on the other green. It was a fantastic place to be. What a great club. Standing there with board directors and you, and had Lee Schreiner there at his pole.
Yeah, Lee's famous pole. Holds him up sometimes.
That's right. So
depends on how many ports he's had.
That's apparently right. Yeah, it's interesting. I've had a bit of a sprint around this morning with a broken cable everyone, so I'm a little bit behind. I'll get the scoreboards up for you shortly. But pairs is always a good fun comp, and I'm already going to have to tell one of these ladies to get off the line, sadly, but we'll catch up. Once this logs back in. So a lot of enthusiasm out there today. We're very familiar with one of these blokes, Mr. Goodchild there, standing there on the right.
Played yesterday.
It's it. One of the lots of teams that made it into this, into both sections. And good on him. It's Andrew Nichols and Brett Goodchild from South Tamworth versus Karen King and Sarah King from Edgeworth.
Got to say that, the local girls.
Edgeworth's local, is it?
Yeah, local, suburb of Newcastle. So they didn't have that far to travel. But I was fortunate enough to watch these two ladies qualify when they played the qualifying event here at Raymond Terrace a few months ago now.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, they did pretty well.
So these guys are from section 2, and I'll have a scoreboard ready for you. You can hear me clicking away in the background, I guess. Lots of big crowd here again. Pairs tends to bring a few more people, a few more family and friends around. And we're into the weekend as well.
I noticed we've got a few banners floating around as well.
Yeah, Park Beach brought their stuff.
Yeah, brought a bit of a cheer squad too, so a few pom-poms, a few banners. It's always good to see. Brings a bit of colour.
Pom-poms as well, I didn't see that. That's exciting.
I'm positive I saw some pom-poms.
Oh, they'll come out later on, I'm sure.
You got two of the team that are all over the live stream camera.
Right.
Exclusion zone.
That's it. We'll have to get Andrew out there with the cattle prod. The exclusion zone, I like that.
So we have... I wasn't paying attention at the start there, I apologise. So we do have the maroon bowls only belonging to which side? Do you know?
I didn't see them come down, no, so I'm actually not even sure who won the toss there, but those two are definitely holding at the moment. We'll get into it shortly as we become more familiar with them. These pink bowls here of, I think it's Sarah King bowling now. So a lot of these guys came down. It was busy last night after the gala. Even the greens were full again.
I'm not sure what time they ended up leaving, but yeah, when we left here yesterday afternoon or early evening, it was chock-a-block out there on the greens.
Yeah, 7:30 at night. It was still going, still very heavy out there. And while I was having dinner, I sat around and watched a few of them and yelled out some encouragement. There's pretty wide greens compared to what a lot of these guys would have played on.
Yeah, you would have found that out yesterday, Benny.
I loved it, mate.
Over on the other green.
I had a great time playing against Ray Cooper.
Ray Daniel,
sorry, is it? There you go. He told me his surname was Cooper. Maybe he was just kidding around.
That's the type of guy he is, mate. That's the type of guy he is.
Absolute character. I loved it. I had such a good time.
We do have a Ray Cooper. He volunteered his time marking a few games on the first day. So
there you go. Yeah, and so Scott Rainbow was my partner yesterday. We had a pretty good win. I loved it. I had a great time on that. I had the Lee Schreiner rink too, number 8. And Zoe Nichols, she'll love that too.
So she snuck in for third shot there. She was down. If she was down to the Maroons, which I think she is, she's played a pretty good bowl there, just reducing the count.
I have to admit, sitting here, I'm pretty happy to see an all-lady team there as well getting through.
Yeah, you don't see it quite that often, but yeah, I was privileged enough to watch them qualify. They knocked off a few teams that I thought were pretty solid teams too.
Not bright shiny this morning. Don't have that big sunbeam glowing down. We've got a cloudy day. It rained last night, and I didn't even hear the rain, to be honest with you.
No.
I had no idea it was raining.
Yeah, too many scooters, mate.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
What did you indulge in the restaurant last night, Ben?
Oh, mate, I had just another steak last night.
Another steak?
They cook it beautifully. I did. Yeah, it's my go-to. I was in a hurry. I was needing to get out and make some phone calls and do some work, which is always good fun after an entertaining game of bowls. So that's two out. Let's have a look at what goes on next.
Yeah, I'd say they belong to the Tamworth boys, the maroon ones.
Oh, magic fingers are out, actually. Look at this.
And we're just going to have a discussion about it, are we? No,
Yep,
we've got the tape out.
she'll measure, and it's a smart move.
Yeah, it was a good afternoon here yesterday, Benny. 48 players on the greens.
Yeah, two full greens.
Yeah.
Young Harry, was it? One of the new juniors?
Henry,
sorry, yep. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, young Henry's just made his way over to the club in the last probably month and was playing out at Abermain. But yeah, decided to come over to the terrace and receive a little bit of extra coaching. So I took him out one Saturday morning, showed him a few things, and he was pretty chuffed with that. So yeah, he signed a membership form and started playing in the galas. He played yesterday with his stepdad.
He looked like he was having a blast, mate.
Yeah, he's a good kid, mate. He's a real good kid. Yeah, he shows a bit of promise too. He's so enthusiastic, it's not funny.
It was good meeting all the characters yesterday. This club has its fair share, mate. They're a good mob, I tell you.
Country club, mate. It's full of characters. I told you that.
I can't complain at all. I had such a good time yesterday. It's really shown me what a club can be when it looks after its bowlers. It's magic, just magic. Good people all up and down the green. I met a young bloke named Ben as well.
Ben.
With bald head.
Oh, Ben Jeffrey.
Ben Jeffrey, yeah.
Yeah. He's used to play pretty high quality bowls back in the day out at Redhead with a couple of local legends in the name of Johnny Gregory. What's the other fella's name? Oh, I should know. He died only last week. Johnny Roberts. Unfortunately, Johnny Roberts, a bit of a legend around the area. Unfortunately, he passed away last week. So when we were playing in the rep side up at Port Macquarie, we wore black armbands for John. Very well-known personality in and around Newcastle Bowls. And so Benny used to play in the 1 grade out at Redhead back in those days when it was Redhead were a pretty solid club.
So that looks like two to South Tamworth. I don't have Andrew to do my scoring for me, so I'll do that here. Click, click, click. There it is. Beautiful. We're underway on the second end. The local ladies going down by 2 there, and another strong start. Now we should talk about the format of this. Now these are quick games, 12 end games. Respot the jack, so no any jack that goes out of bounds is respotted on the behind the tee on the 2 metre mark, not replayed as normal in most competitions. We want to get these games through quickly so that everyone gets a go. There's a chance of the final in 2 days. Over a 2-day period, my apologies. So
3 bowl pairs over 12 ends. It's going to be pretty rapid fire.
Should be swift.
Yeah, it just goes to show too, like, in this format, or it doesn't go to show, but what I was going to say is that in this format, it's very much, if your league can get on it, makes it pretty difficult when the crossover comes around.
Mm. So just straight away on the chat line, as always, Philip Lubke first on. Welcome, mate. Benny Rousel. Jumping on and saying hi. And
they're into KFC already.
That's it.
First end, they're already into it.
Michael Winter, Logan Povey. Yeah, good morning, everyone. And glad you're all here. Glad you're all watching. A good amount of people on the coverage already, and we'd like to see that. A lot of interest in this competition, by the way. Might be a bit early in the morning to...
No, you probably got a lot of people sitting up with their Vegemite toast and cup of tea while they're in bed, mate. That's the live stream. Correct,
yeah. Brett Goodchild, I've just looked, as I share this around on Facebook, has already declared, I'm on TV, everyone watch this. Not scared of it. He's got a good personality, that bloke. It's making noise. Let's stop that.
I dare say Benny Rouse will be lying back in bed after his kids made him some breakfast in bed.
And we didn't say it yesterday, but welcome to summer, by the way.
Yeah, it's a beautiful summer day at Raymond Terrace with the overcast conditions, a bit of moisture around, and we've even had to flick the lights on first thing this morning. There is not much going in the way of sunlight,
No,
I can tell you.
right. I'm just going to run down and tell Karen to jump out of the way of the camera. Won't be a sec.
No, you're right, mate. No worries. Yeah, good start for the Tamworth guys. 2 bowls within the yardstick behind the jack. They just got the message. Good on you, Benny. Well, this one's homing in on the back ones. Just going to slip past, though. Just not quite picking up the pace of the green yet.
So that Sarah just jumped out of the way. So Karen's obviously leading.
Yeah, another good bowl here from Andrew. Looks like he's made a bit of adjustment on his first 2. He's right on the front of it. That's a good shot. So, asking the question here, Karen, got to get something reasonably close, make it easy for Sarah when she gets up the other end. Like I said, it's such an important position, the lead in this 3 bowl pairs. If you can get 3 on it, it makes it very difficult.
Just huge. You're not wrong. And they're maybe falling victim a bit with these South Tamworth boys have been here for a couple of days, but they're uphill, downhill bit, and you can see she's run through Karen a couple of metres this way.
This looks like a narrow line too. I'm not sure she's going to get away with that. Yep, so it's going to take something good from Sarah here when she gets up the other end.
Yep, she's got a big rescue on here, isn't she?
Yep. Yeah, I dare say she's going to jump on the mat 4 down. I don't think Brett's going to be not counting when his bowl comes to rest. I think it'll be a counter. So Sarah will be getting on the mat. She'll be 4 down and see what she can produce. And the big reason why I'm saying that is Brett played here for the last 2 days, so I think he's got a fair understanding of what's going on out there on the greens. I'd back him in to draw a 4th one.
Absolutely, maybe a few more. He's given that enough grass, but he's got to run back. Yeah.
There you go, commentator's curse, mate. These Edgeworth ladies should be telling me to will him on all the more, I reckon.
I was going to say, you're doing well with it at the moment.
I am, aren't I? I'm in fine form for the commentator's curse. She's on a better line than I think it's a mother, actually, so I think she's on a better line than a mother. It's reasonably paced as well. She's going to cut a couple out, I think. Or perhaps not. Could still be 3 out. I think it's still 3 with it falling out. The camera angle's very deceiving, as we've made mention of before. Those 2 back bowls look a lot closer on the screen than what they actually are. In fact, the front bowl, if it hadn't have fallen over, may have been second shot.
Yeah, they're a good, just under a metre back, those red ones. Jeez, he's pushed that one again and given it a little bit too much air. We'll want to come around with his last bowl, and maybe just rest on those back ones a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's what he would have been looking to do, just lob inside those back ones, but that's probably why he's just lent into it a little bit. But this one's on a higher line. It does come back, as you know. See if it's going to come back hard enough and fast enough. But
yeah, it came back all the way to the line, but it's just a little weighty.
There's 2 great grass bowls. She's nailed the line on that side twice now, so 3rd time's the charm quite often. See if she can pull a bit of a rabbit out of her hat with the 3rd bowl. I think this is the 4th one that I called 2 bowls ago. Yeah, here it comes.
Into the front one, actually, that's really close to Jack. That's a great bowl and a great correction.
Still, she's got something to work with. She's laid a foundation with the grass line, picked it twice. She's just got to find the middle ground with the weight now, and if she does that, she'll draw the shot. She's out on a decent line again.
Yeah, that's closer. Way closer.
Just needs to get down to these back ones.
Oh, wow. But it's a similar kind of weight, and it wasn't bad. It's just didn't quite come back enough.
Well, she gave those last two a good chance. It's just unfortunate they didn't turn quick enough for her. But yeah, she played 3 reasonable bowls.
Karen doing exactly the right thing, and she's going to make him measure everyone, every single end, and I like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. She's not going to give anything away.
Ben Rouse was saying it's never too early to give it to KFC. Get the cattle prod out. Philip said exactly. I've got to buy one. Mum, daughter team go good. I watched them in the qualifying round. Benny saying as well. Yep, you saw it as well.
Yeah, Benny was here that day that they played. Benny had a side in himself and just fell short of qualifying.
And the lovely Ann Seymour. Good morning, Ann. And I sadly, because of the problems this morning, I haven't even had a coffee this morning. So I'll sort that out, hopefully in between games.
He made sure he had his bubbly though.
Yeah. I carry that in the cart, mate. So, 4, my apologies.
So a pretty solid start from the Tamworth guys. 6 shots in 2 ends. And it was really set up from the lead spot. The lead really put the pressure on right from the start. 3 bowls inside the yardstick, and those 3 bowls stayed there for the duration of the end. 3 of them counted. Skipper only just adding 1.
Exactly, you called it, mate. It's a big deal to have that start. I'm just seeing this in now. This camera is the one that's playing up at the moment, so if it jumps around, I do apologise, but I'll do my best to keep it nice and stable. Bit of rain last night wet the tip of the cable and nearly ruined it. So some excitement next door. The game's got a big crowd off to our left here. I did warn them that I could hear everything they say. So no naughty words, please. Nope, she's jumped on the line again. Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're out there playing the live stream. It doesn't matter how many times you've played on the camera. It's always so tough because you get in the game, you get into the game.
Yeah, that's right. You're not thinking about the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, I was guilty of it quite a bit when we played the state champs at where was it? Fig Tree.
Figgy, yep.
Yeah. You just like to get down behind the bowl and look at it coming into the head, and you're not really thinking about what everybody else is watching at home.
No, 100%. And certainly if you're not used to it, I know the top graders always stand off the head, the internationals and the state players and that, they just do it so often it becomes a habit. But even at Cabramatta, I'd end up with a line of 3 people right in front of the camera just to walk because people aren't used to it.
It makes it hard with 4s too, because sort of everybody wants to get in and around the head and see what's going on, and sort of jostling for position because there's so many players on the green,
This is a better bowl.
Yeah, it's a better start.
Great correction.
Sarah will be pretty happy with that one, I reckon. It's the closest bowl she's had so far.
So just going around, I'll read out some sections. I'll just read the morning sections. It's the same as the singles format. We have 4 sections playing this morning, 4 this afternoon. 3 games each. That one's just missing Jack, I think. Yep. Bruce Pratchett and Steve Woods from Nelson Bay are playing Julie Tripus and Randall Cotton from Curry Curry. David, that's a good name, Matarazza and David O'Connell from Greenleys Park. And they're the ones here, I think they've got a big following as well, against Anne Rickard and Catherine Samet from Munmora United. In this section, which we're watching now, Brooke Wilson and Kane Carmichael. Kane Carmichael, the runner-up yesterday in the singles. Of course, against Gary Pawley and Guy Wilton from Camden, who also have a huge following here. There's a lot of Camden people.
Who was the runner-up in the singles?
Kane Carmichael.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then watching Andrew Nichols and Brett Goodchild from South Tamworth against Karen King and Sarah King. And section 3, Tobias Wallace and Gary Devlin from Alstonville Ballina against Genevieve Staunton Latimer and Mike Baroob from Park Beach. Now that's where the banners are. Park Beach. That's that mob. Yeah, there are banners, flags, all sorts of things down there for them. Robert Tilt, who was here as well, and Peter Watts from Foster. against Paul Britton and Brian Hoy from Harvard. And the final section this morning, Angelo Papadakis and Sagun Thapa. That's a good pair of names. Kid from Campsie South. Against Sophie Payne and Oscar Hyde, a pair of juniors from Maryland's and Northmead. They're looking forward. I actually hope to get Oscar on this yesterday. He's really keen. He really wants to meet Lee Schreiner. He's absolute hero. And I was going to introduce him last night, but the raffles were on and that. So we'll see if we can organise that later.
We can get him organised to meet another LS if he likes.
Yeah, exactly right. Mark Pickett and Brian Greenhull from Albion Park against Leslie Bird and Zachary Simpson from Club Maitland City. So that rounds out the 4 sections we have this morning.
He's going to turn this up for shot.
Yep.
Yeah, good weighted bowl there. He gave it plenty of chances, turned it in for shot. Now Sarah's one down in the head. Let's see what she can produce here. I reckon it's a bit of a forehand shot, looking to just slip under her own or pop the jack back to her mum's. Very tough to draw on the forehand.
Yeah, tough draw.
So Sarah's playing the backhand. Not sure if she's picked the right line though.
Good decision. Any roll, if that red bowl rolls over, it does move Jack back to her mum's lead bowl.
She played the right weight for a contact, so no, she played good weight. Just missed the line. So we've got somebody in the pairs that I'm sort of going to have a bit of a following for in the afternoon session, Ben.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's the Marrickville team. I think it's Alexandra Urco and Marrickville. Bit of a composite side. Yeah, I met those two guys yesterday. Darren and Nick, I think it is.
I'm just finding them. They might be in section 8 in the bottom one. Yep. Darren O'Reilly and Nicholas Lowe from Alexandria, Erskineville and Marrickville.
Yeah, two good blokes, mate. I sat down and had a good chat with them yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I think I did too, by the way. Don't mind a chat.
Yeah, Nicholas is the ops manager at Marrickville, he was telling me. So, yeah, we had a bit of club talk going on. Just sharing some stories from Clubland. I know he's a good bloke, Nick. So I'll be following him come the afternoon session. And, yeah, hopefully he goes well.
Yeah, I've got a one I'm looking forward to. Oh, that's a good shot coming down the next door.
Very close here. She gets past that yellow.
Oh, she's onto it.
Oh, no, she's just got unlucky. Turned it in for 2, but contact on the jack there. Solid contact. She was good. Right idea. Played the right shot twice. Fortunately, didn't get a result.
So I'm going to suggest that was 2. Not much of an indication. It's a bit tougher. We don't have markers with paddles this time, but
yeah, I think it was 2, mate.
So 8 blot at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. I don't think it reflects how the ladies are playing.
Just a little note, mate. You might want to put the ends up in the pairs.
That's a good point. Yeah. I'll fix that immediately. Thank you. Because it's 12 ends, and that's important. So this is the end of end 3. I'll see what I can do to fix that.
So we've got a view at the moment of Jacaranda Avenue, named after the jacarandas that line the street. This time of the year, most of the flowers have fallen, but yeah, a few weeks ago it was absolutely beautiful out there on that street. It creates a nice little arch and get quite a few people up here taking photos and stuff like that. So
it's beautiful even now without the big purple flowers. I love driving down that street to the club.
Yeah, it creates a nice little like thoroughfare, doesn't it? Like it's sort of a bit of an avenue sort of thing, covered over by the trees. It's really nice.
And last night we had the Christmas tree lighting as well.
Yeah, over at the rectory. The club owns the old rectory over the road there, and obviously rectories used to be for the local pastor or whatever to stay in. But it's the old rectory now, and the club's purchased that. Runs a cafe out of there. It's pretty well priced food. Good to get over there in the morning time and indulge in a melt or a bacon and egg roll or whatever takes your fancy. They do a pretty good job over there.
Yeah, it was busy this morning with the bowlers. In fact, I was telling everyone to go over there. Yeah. John Ingram as well.
Yeah, it's pretty popular on Saturdays mornings when Pennants is on too. You get quite a few bowlers rock up early and just go over and have a coffee and a bit of a relaxing feed. It's beautiful surrounds over there too. It's just very peaceful. You can pick a good spot under a tree and just listen to the birds and.
Oh, it was
it's a good
quiet this
spot.
morning. I was just before I set the cameras up there. I was just listening to the birds and the sounds of what was going on. I couldn't hear a thing.
Yeah, you
Beautiful
get the odd rabbit jumping around too sometimes.
Oh, shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. No, it's a good spot over there. It's getting more and more popular too, which is good to see.
It's got that. What I was talking about, it's got that Woolamai pine.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones in
it's
Southern Hemisphere. That one.
huge tree, and they get the arborists out there and they put all festoon lights through it.
Yep.
And a big ceremony last night, and markets and a party and a band playing, and I walked over to have a look. Just got there in time, and so I was counting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang, and the tree lights up, and all the kids cheered, and Christmas carols started playing. It was brilliant.
Yeah, do that every year. It's become a bit of a tradition in the town too now. Obviously the church back in the day, and then the previous owners of the rectory used to maintain the tradition, and the bowling clubs sort of carried that on. It's one of the things that's been going on in the town for quite some time now. It's pretty popular.
So once again, we're seeing the importance of the lead bowls and Karen running through a bit quick in the downhill direction.
Yeah, he just jumped on with his first, and it makes it very hard. Now all of a sudden you're chasing, and you really, putting a little bit of pressure on yourself, trying to get one close, or just disturb the head and give your partner a chance.
Well, that's 6 bowls with a pretty good line, though.
Oh, perfect grass. There's just no target. That's the problem. Is they've got the tee as well. So, if that last bowl had been in and around Jack High, it might have given Sarah a chance to play a shot at it. But unfortunately, I think she's going to have to go down there and try to do that with the first, and maybe be able to get something with the second and third to turn the head around.
So a lot of support for both these teams on the chat line, and Mary Ingram from Fife in Scotland, who's one of our regulars. I love the regulars, the Bowls Tragics as they call them. They're always here, and Mary's one of the ones that watches this all the time. So welcome to you. And Seymour saying she's from Club Maitland City, but can't bowl now because of illness, but she remains a full member. So look, I hope we enjoy our coverage and watch a lot of bowls through this and stay involved, because that's our sport.
Well, the Everglades, that's down the coast. So know the Everglades well. In and around Yamina, Woy Woy, Edelong, the Everglades.
Umpire over there, Gay, is from Everglades.
Oh, is she?
Yep, she was saying this morning the men's club played with an alligator on the back of their shirt.
Yep.
She was telling me.
Yeah, it makes sense. She's played pretty well, Sarah. She hasn't been far away with any of the bowls, and this is another good shot. Second shot. Yeah, she's played fairly well. She has been under pressure every end, but she's played pretty well.
I think it's interesting that Brett's running all these long.
Yeah, because I thought he would have been, well versed in well versed in how the rink behaves.
So I'm looking through the teams. I haven't got a favourite yet as far as who I think would win the comp, but I think the guys that playing in both sets, so in the singles and the pairs, would probably have to be short priced.
Well, they'd have a distinct advantage. This is a good shot here. She fattens this target up and gives her a big chance. Just wants to run. Oh.
There's 2 good bowls.
2 good bowls. Just unfortunate where it's finished.
Yeah. I'm looking at one of the people I reckon might. One of the teams I reckon might be a good chance is the Malua Bay team of Kane Carmichael and Brooke, his partner. He had fire in his eyes this morning, did Kane. Andrew Lynn yelled out to doing the introduction, said, make sure everyone out there is having a good time and have fun, enjoy it, enjoy your state comp. And he looked at me and said, I'm here to win. I went, righto, mate.
Yeah, I saw him and his partner come down. They were here maybe a day or 2 before the competition started, rolling up as well.
What a shot.
Yeah, it's good to see a couple out there playing bowls together. I mean, I tried to play it with my former partner, but yeah, we used to clash heads too much, so stop that.
I don't think my wife doesn't even watch the broadcast, so no interest in bowls at all. And my youngest daughter, maybe, and we'll see.
It's one of the good things about the game, though, is it brings families together, and it can be a bit of a family affair as well. I know certainly in my family it is. She's got the right weight to hold up here. She's played a really good shot. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, though.
Oh,
what a good effort. She's played 6 good bowls in a row.
Just getting a bit unfortunate.
Well, 5 out of 6, I should say. Yeah. So the scoreline's, 10-0, and I don't think it's a true indication of how the game's gone. Yeah, but I was getting back to bowls in relation to families and couples and stuff like that playing together. It's one of the good things. Oh, you're right. It's one of the good things about the sport. I know I'm a 4th generation bowler.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
He's put 11-0. He's just checking his card now.
No, I don't think it's right.
No, I don't think that's right either. But
no,
I try. Well, he's got the good scorer, will beat a good player any time.
And a good commentator.
Yeah. Always beat me, yeah, definitely.
Oh, Sarah, move.
And there she goes. Oh, she remembered. Good girl. Excellent.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I really treasure as I've gotten older. You know, the time I got to spend with my dad on the green growing up was, extra time that you probably wouldn't spend if you weren't on the bowling green, and it's one of those things that, like I said, I'll treasure that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I hope I get that with my kids. My dad, too busy to bowl at the moment, but my uncle's a champion bowler. He's probably watching at the moment. My little brother's playing as well, but they're all down in Victoria at the moment. Gus will be coming up shortly. Yeah.
That's a better start. Better start from Karen. Just got a message from yesterday's singles winner, Joel Field. He's up pretty early considering the night I reckon he would have had.
Yeah.
As he said, good morning, punter. He's lying on the lounge with a hangover listening to Bodge snore.
Brilliant.
So shout out to Joel. I know he's not one for lacking with self-promotion.
Yeah, doesn't hold back, and good on him too. And a big win yesterday, and a huge competition here.
He played outstanding in the final, mate. His first bowl was just on point. He really didn't let up, and just goes to show how important that first bowl is. And likewise in these game of 3-bowl pairs, it just goes to show how equally important the first 3 bowls are.
You know, speaking to Kane yesterday, he spoke about how much of a learning experience it was, a rookie, and into the final, and maybe the nerves got a bit the better of him because he had a ridiculous series going in.
Oh, he was outstanding, mate. Like you had him with one hand on the trophy.
Yeah, he was, and he just didn't quite get up for the final. He said, but he also said, geez, Joel played well. So. Yeah,
it was the first bowl that did all the damage, mate. For all those that watched, it was just an exhibition on where your first bowl should be. He played outstanding with his first bowl, and really set the head up well with his first one, like I said.
So set up pretty good here too, Mr. Nichols. He's put the first 3 pretty close. I think he's one down. His second bowl knocked Jack back to Karen's bowl there.
I don't think it changes Karen's shot. I think she still needs to try to be a bit narrow into the head. If she goes one down, she goes one down. But
well, they're going to be chasing shots now. N4 we're a third of the way through the game already.
It's in the game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have liked it a little bit closer, but let's give something for Sarah to work with. It's probably the best head that she's crossed over to, actually.
Players crossed. It's a Judith Tilt saying your commentary's great, never seen the game, only watching as my husband is playing there. Judith, wonderful. You should come up to and start
so she's
playing,
obviously
mate.
Robert's husband. Oh, Robert's wife, I should say.
Robert's wife, yep. And Josh Sharp saying g'day Josh.
Josh Sharp, yeah, he's a young bowler too, Josh.
And thanks, Ann. Oh, Gaz there from Zone 5 watching the Camden teams. Harley Ryan, Lennon's voice is silky smooth on radio. Popular. He's done a very, very good job in commentary over the last couple of days, and I'm really glad you're here again, mate. You're doing well.
Thank you. Coming down the hill nicely. She got the running. Oh, that's a good shot out of luck, honest. It's a good shot.
Well, it helps, in fact, if she plays that shot again and Jack moves back.
Well, at some point she's going to have to try to play that shot. It's just a matter of how much weight she chooses to play. But at some point she's going to be trying to trail that Jack. So Brett's got to be thinking if he fails past, and it's not going to be too bad at all. Probably would have liked it closer to the centre line, but it's forced her to play the perfect weight. Just not too sure about the grass line on this one.
Yeah, it looks wide. Oh, I'm going to eat my words here.
Yeah, it's just too wide for the shot she wants to play, I think. She just really wants to be to those tightish ones and trying to run the Jack down the line a little bit. Needs to make more than one. She's an opportunity to make a 3.
Yeah, it needs to be through a little bit. Brett getting called down the other hand now. He's changing over.
Yeah, so he wants to be out to his own bowl, work off his own bowl, and lay that maroon one over would be ideal for him, I think. And get 2 rolls out of that and get past the Jack even.
Might get a slide. A little bit of love off the front. No, he's just hit and flopped. Doesn't change her shot, I don't think.
I think it forces her to play it harder, Benny.
Yeah, play heavier, onto her own to move in.
Yeah, he gets anything onto the Jack. Anything onto the Jack. She could play anywhere from 6 feet to 106 feet.
Will we see the conservatism, I guess, that
I
you
think,
call it over the last couple of days?
She just showed a Jack high there, so I'm not sure she's going to be playing the weight that I suggested.
Definitely hasn't. Not on that line.
No, I'll tell you what, if she draws it, it's a good shot.
Sneeze around the front. She's not going to get around the front. Will she go through that little gap? No, not quite. Didn't have the weight.
That's just I think it's another example of that lack of aggression we've seen over the last few days.
Oh, no, that front one's shot. I definitely thought hers was... No, it's just...
Yeah, it's one down.
One down, yep.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen her play a bit into that. Yeah, so Harley Ryan, who gave me a bit of a rap on the silkiness of my voice. Harley used to play here. He played a couple of years here at Raymond Terrace as well. Been a member of a couple of successful teams that we've put on the field, or the Greens. But the one thing that he's not a bad bowler, but I tell you what, he is a great darts player, Harley. And played a couple of seasons of darts with him too. We were fortunate enough to have him in our darts team. He was our captain and inspiration, I must admit. He was very, very good, mate. Very good. We all learned a bit off Harley the first couple of seasons of darts.
That's great. Yep, Jeff Gibson from Eastwood just asking if they're fairly new bowlers. Yep, within a couple of years, these guys. So yeah, they've only been playing for a very short amount of time. Michael Demaray is saying, "What is this game? This is lawn bowlers, mate." Michael, where are you from? You're from Des Moines in Iowa. Welcome, welcome to the coverage, mate. This is lawn bowls brought to you from New South Wales in Australia on the eastern side. We're just north of Sydney, and this is called Pairs. It's a big lawn bowls community in the US, mate. If you like this game, go and give it a go. Highly recommended.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit underground in respect of, they've got some big sports over there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lawn bowls, they've got a big following in America and in Canada as well.
Where's that cattle
Probably just a matter of seeking it out. If you haven't seen it around, like I said, it's not one of those things that you're going to see on ESPN or anything, but I can assure you there are quite a number of bowling clubs over in the US.
Maybe from the Ocho, maybe on 8. Was it ESPN 8?
ESPN 8?
Who was he? Crown greens in Australia. Jeff Gibson's asking. I would love a crown green round here. We don't have one. I I know there's a croquet lawn out the back. We could convert. What do you reckon?
Oh, jeez. I'm not sure the croquet people would like that.
No, bowl's more important.
No, Crown Green Bowl's very interesting game, but I haven't seen any Crown Greens in Australia, no.
Mr. Lynn.
Good shot here from Andrew. He's played well in the lead spot, hasn't he, Ben?
He's been killing it in lead. I haven't seen him play. Obviously, he wasn't here over the last 2 days, but geez, he's getting close every time. Do you play, Jeff Gibson, do you play Crown Greens? That would be wonderful. Tell us all about it, because I heard it's great fun.
You're looking for the man from Iowa?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's disappeared.
Oh, there he is. It is Des Moines. There's 2 bowls clubs in Des Moines.
No, they're 10
they're lanes, they are, aren't they?
That's one thing that America isn't lacking in is 10-pin bowling alleys.
I went to a club, might be North Haven, that north of here, that's got a 10-pin bowling ring, 3 lanes under the club in the old car park.
Yeah, right.
Pretty amazing, actually. I recommend going up and having a look at that.
Go down there for your driving practice.
Yeah, yeah, actually, that's a good call. Now, I went there for a bowling session, and we actually did the session in the bowling ring lanes.
So did you go down for some driving practice? Or?
No, I didn't actually have a game. I should have.
Oh, I saw you drive yesterday, Arvo, mate.
Yeah, with some encouragement. I'm just glad the first one hit.
Oh, you weren't far away with any of them, really, but it's difficult going on a one-bowl target.
It's good fun. Made the big tractor tyres I bowl with clunking into the end were making big noise under the dome.
Yeah, I like the look of your bowls too. They look good.
Minimalist is how they were described. No paint, except the logo.
Yeah, she's on a nice line again, all on speed here. Sarah, is she going to get back quick enough? She's very close here. I thought she had a toucher then.
We're sitting on that back bar. That's a good shot.
That's a good shot.
It makes it better for her in the end for the same kind of shot, but just missing. She's playing really well.
She is playing well, mate. She is playing well. The score hasn't been an indicator of how well she's played. It's just, once again, I reckon they've pulled a maroon bowl out every end.
They've had to.
Yeah.
he's just all over it.
So it doesn't need to change too much from the first. It's one of those situations where you just say to yourself, play the same bowl and let the 6 inches between your ears make the correction. And I think I made a comment, maybe if not yesterday, the day before, is what happens a lot is that your brain makes the correction and then you tell it, give it the same message again, and it doubles down on it.
And that may be what happened here. Look, one's crossing and there's that overcorrection, a bit lighter. She was just looking for, she's actually still just looking to draw to the jack, I think.
Yeah.
Where she could have just played that same bowl, and you know, it's not going to change much. There's only a centimetre. She missed by a centimetre. She gets that extra centimetre there and she's in. It's a long way to correct a centimetre. So just play the same bowl and trust your bowl to get down there.
That's exactly right.
This is a better shot by Brett.
It's a good shot. He gets the back edge of that bowl and lays it down. It makes it very difficult.
Oh, wow, there's 2.
He nearly did that too. Still, she's got a shot on. She still does have a shot on.
Same shot as the first one. Still comes really close.
Just a bit wide, I think.
Yeah, there's that correction again.
Yeah, just leant into it on that one and forced it out on the line. I think this is an example of, once again, she's thought about correcting on a last bowl, and the last bowl being tight, so she's pushed it out on the line, and then, you know, obviously the last one being heavy or short, she's made sure she's up, and yeah, you see that quite a bit. Just really needed to get on the mat with the second and third bowl and just say, right, I'm going to play the same bowl as my first.
I'm still looking for bowling clubs in Iowa.
Trying to help him out, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I want people playing as much as we can. We all do. Why can't I see the satellite? It says Iowa State Bowling Association. Looks like a department.
Block of units.
No, that's right. As we go through, I'll just jump on the correct camera here for a second. There we are. Similar length again. I don't have to move that camera. So my favourite author going around is a guy named Bill Bryson, and he is from Des Moines. He speaks very highly of the place. No, that's bowling. Great shot. Look at that again.
Good start again.
Pressure on straight away. In a quick pairs game, we're halfway through the game at 14-0. And all the work to do for the ladies now. I'm actually keeping an eye next door because obviously I'm following this Malua Bay people pairing, and geez, there's some good bowls going down there. It's a high quality game. Next door, 3-2 at the moment after, they haven't updated their scoreboard, I suggest. But
that's a pretty tight head they got down there too.
Yeah, the Camden lads are really playing a good game, and they're getting matched up pretty well by Malua. So tough one next door. Let's see if Andrew can.
He's pretty close again, Andrew.
Up.
He's playing outstanding.
Sorry, Brett, but I'm going to tell you he's carrying you, mate.
Oh, he is.
And Brett will watch this back because he tells me he always does.
Well, Leroy's made a comment yesterday. He says his favourite skip games are the ones where he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And here we go. Brett's having to do nothing.
Yeah, Philip Loveky just asking for the score next door. They haven't updated the board, I don't think, unless they've only played 2 ends, which would be unusual because we've played 6. So they may be forgetting, but yeah, it says 3-2, but I don't know.
Yeah, I like that comment above Melinda Jones Renoff. I like that comment.
Rookie bowler here from Picton, following and supporting the 2 Camden teams. Thanks for the commentary. Learned a lot over the last couple of days on shots they've played and what you would have done and why. Practicing widest shot today at the Christmas social. That's right. Well, round of applause here for. Not sure. There's. Oh, that's must be Kane's supporters over there.
Malua Bay,
yeah, they're good on you. And do practice those widest shots. Are important. It's important to be able to play every shot in the game. And
it's all about finding your happy medium
Exactly.
in a weighted shot. Like, I mean, some people get up there and send it down at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and other people, they don't find that's their go. So you got to find your sweet spot. And
you're not wrong. And when I coach it, I say the same thing. You don't have to copy me because you saw me yesterday. That's about my standard. I don't have much slower than that, and they come down like cannonballs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that doesn't make that right or wrong. Just it's the way I do it. You know, one of the clubs I played, I used to get in trouble for throwing it too hard. So I don't know how to throw it lighter. Pretty aggressive player, Jason and I. Everyone knows it. They think they're going to get holes punched in their bowls whenever they play against us.
Yeah, I've been in that situation before. Getting in trouble for hitting some ladies' bowls or something
Yeah, that's
like
right.
that.
Oh, last Wednesday at Cabramatta, had a lady named Val tell me she was going to knock my block off if I chipped the bowls because I'd smacked 2 of them out.
Yeah. I had one lady in a game walk off the green. She wasn't happy. These are brand new bowls, and I'm not going to have you punch holes in them. I'm like, okay, sorry, darling.
Oh well, don't play with them. They're not new anymore. One of the other guys I used to play with. When he got a new set of bowls, the first thing he did is drive all 4 of them into the ditch. And he says they're marked now; they don't matter.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it anymore.
So, curious as to what she'll play here. Obviously, it's hard to draw. She's only 1 down. Probably a good shot up under that front bowl. Yeah, she's trying it.
Oh, good. First sign of aggression I think we've seen on the live stream. Real aggression.
Yes. Oh, Joel Field played a few aggressive ones
yes, my
yesterday, of
apologies.
course.
Yep.
But, I like that. Brett just looking to drop another one down the hill and count. Not create a target, hopefully.
Oh, we have scores. Goodness, from ring 8.
Oh, he's done just that. That's a good shot, but I'll tell you what, That would look so juicy for Sarah down the other end.
So let's have a look.
Benny Two Shoes is drooling.
I love it when someone runs around and does scoring for me. I just got to find out what section these are.
No, I'm talking about the way this head's set up, mate.
Please look at this.
She's played this well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shot.
And the kill.
What a great shot. That's exactly how she had to play it, and she did it well.
She's got the tee as well. Brilliant shot.
Brett's going to draw the shot here. There's no doubt about it. No, wrong spot, mate. Wrong spot. We're on the tee.
Yep, blue lines.
So I back Brett in to draw the shot here, but a little bit of traffic. Probably looks a little more difficult than what it actually is. Yeah. But I'd back him in to draw the shot. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to back Sarah in to take it off him with the next bowl.
This is written in code. I don't know who any of these people are. MB, that's that one. Yep. Well,
is he around
skinny.
that front? Is he? Is he?
Oh, no, wow, he's just got a clear run. Wow. Did it the hard way, but he got it.
Well, there's plenty of room there, though. She's got over a yard to draw inside. You take how the distance is from the jack and double it. So, yeah, I'd fancy her to draw the shot here.
Couldn't agree more.
It's the first time she's actually had an open draw to try to win an end.
Same line. Just wanting the weight.
Just run, Sarah, run. Run, Sarah. She's done it.
She's done it. Oh,
very good.
Just hard in mouth stuff there, but they're on the board.
Very good. That's, like I said, that's the first time she's had an open draw to win the end. She's been under all sorts of pressure, having to play all manner of different shots, and yeah, she's come up with the goods there when she's had to go back to the open draw, which is good. They've zipped their flies up and see if they can go on a bit of a run
and build from now. All important. So just while they're swapping, I'll see if I can interpret this code. I think I've got Mark Pickett, the Albion Park team, 3 against Club Maitland City on 8. Where's that? Round 10, Oscar. I guess that'll be Oscar and Sophie. Yeah, probably. From Maryland's Northmead, 3 down to the Campsie South team, 9. BH, who would that be?
Brian Hoy.
Yep. Weird. Maybe. PW, yeah, that's that one. So Peter Watts up 9 to Brian Hoy, 6. And I'm guessing that's that one, MB. Yep, that one there. So Park Beach team down 3 to 8. And so thanks very much, KFC, for running the scores up. Our umpire, what a champion. He's really, really pleasant man. Good bloke. And Karen's drawn one a couple of metres back.
Yeah, great grass, just slipped by a little. It's one of his loosest opening bowls, and it's still not too bad.
Poor Goddard saying Benny would have been shuffling his feet, looking at the skip, pleading for permission to have a run. He found that out last weekend. He did. I know, I had a shocker. Shanked it completely. Absolutely embarrassed myself. But
I'm telling you, mate, I had visions of Dorothy in her ruby slippers when that head set up like that. Benny on the mat with his red shoes on, mate. He'd been twinkling his toes like it was going out of style.
Yep, images of chips flying everywhere.
Well,
hilarious.
Karen's just drawn the shot, so let's see what Andrew can produce here.
I think that's her first short bowl coming this way.
Maybe. I haven't been paying that much attention to that part, yeah. Yeah, you could be right. Just going on memory, she's played most of the bowls long, going this way. This one's just a bit under, I think. So Karen will jump on the mat with the third bowl holding shot. Just a minor adjustment required, and she'll be right on top of it. Not sure about the grass. No, it's holding up pretty well. Just needs to run now. Yeah, she's got another one in around the area. That's good. Good shooting. That's the best end she's had. Mind you, it was probably the worst end Andrew's had too, just quietly.
So watches again. These guys finished up yesterday. That's Leanne Darcy and her husband from St George's Basin. They finished yesterday. Good crowd sitting around, as you see. So pan around a bit. And
it's only the early part of the day too. I reckon there'll be a few more. Oh, he's coming to crash the party. Yeah.
Yep. Took one. But that's Karen's best end so far, I would suggest, putting the pressure on. And Hendry good enough to do it, but only just, and probably his widest end, his loosest head so far.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. Which you can probably say that had a lot to do with the first bowl that came down. Andrew's first bowl a little bit loose. Karen's first bowl loose as well, but yeah, when Andrew's put his first one down, it was a little further away than what he has been. It sort of left the door ajar for Karen to put two in and around the head, which is exactly what she did. Probably the best, or the most open head that Sarah's had to play to.
Mm. Isn't that a beautiful view out there to the Jacarandas?
Yeah, some old,
front of the dome.
Some old heritage buildings across the road too. The old sandstone building over there with the chiropractor in it.
So that's a chiropractor now. Yeah, I've seen a few places that look just like churches that have converted into other things. Then a big scary Mormon church just over around the corner too. Yep.
Yeah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is just over there. Yeah. You don't get them. So Brett coming down the hill, he looks like he has good speed. I reckon this will be the shot. Yeah, this is the shot bowl. And a good shot from Brett. Brett, good job.
Yep.
So Sarah, a bit of an up and under here perhaps. Or is she just going to try to draw it off on the forehand? I think she needs to play the up and under at this stage of the game. 14-1 down. I think she needs to get up under the head and try to sit it out. Trail the jack. Just a few more chances on that side. She's got the best back.
Yes, I can just hear some conversations. I'm just answering some questions around me at the moment.
I answered the question on air, actually. I apologise. Yeah, I think the up and under here's the go, Ben. She needs to chase shots, and if she's drawing it, she's only going to get one. She trails the jack, she's two. Gets it right down the line, she could be three. And she's playing the right shot. All on speed on this line.
Yep.
Just needs to get a little bit lucky on this one, I reckon.
Yeah, a little knockover. Whoa, didn't quite.
Oh, it's good to see she played the right shot. She wasn't a victim of inexperience there so much, which is what I'm sure we've been seeing a fair bit over the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
She showed a bit of knowledge beyond her years then.
Yeah, obviously getting some good advice, some good coaching around as well. The just realised I forgot to put the YouTube link in the Facebook stream there in the live chat, and that is right there now. Philip asking if Camden's leading. Yep, 7-4 now on that board after 6 ends.
I think she has to try to get the jack right down to the back one. Try to make a 2 or a 3. She gets it right. Yeah, just trying to draw it by the look of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether she just tried to draw it or whether she missed a line.
Yes, not down. Did want to go through a bit, like you said.
See, drags the jack back to where that pink bowl is now. She's holding 3.
Oh, wrong bias on the rink next door.
Wrong bias in the rookies.
Actually, nearly took Brooks' bowl coming down.
Might have to get the Westpac rescue helicopter tin out, Benny. Go around and jingle it in his face. What do you reckon?
I saw you taking donations yesterday. That was one of the great things that I saw there is you put it towards charity as well for as you said, Westpac rescue helicopter.
Yeah.
walking around asking for donations. There were quite a few last night.
Yeah, I got more donations. Oh, look, mate, I'm not sure if they're real donations or whether they're just failing to dob themselves in for the wrong bias.
That's good. What a great way to put that as well.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed yesterday's afternoon's festivities, mate.
I'm going to say it again. I had a blast. When I got asked down, when I was sitting down just having a rest and a little bit of quiet time, it was pretty noisy in the club. I sat down and answered the question that was asked, how do you enjoy it? I said, mate, I'm at peace with the world right now. Big morning and a couple of days of commentating, a good game with some good people, and then an even better time in the club afterwards, socialising. It just doesn't get any better than that at Raymond Terrace. This has just become my favourite club in the country. I love it very, very much. If I could convince the wife to move up here, I'd find a very comfortable home here.
You're not the first person to do that. We've had a few people move into the area.
And Lee Schreiner.
Yeah, Lee Schreiner. They've got a couple of people that actually from Sydney, John Ziller and Lynn Thompson. Lynn used to play at the Double Bay Club, and she's a very good bowler herself in her own right, but John's a partner, and he played in the rookies up here a few years ago, and they made their way up the road and said very similar things to what you're saying. Yeah. Guess what?
Here now.
Yeah, they live here now.
So that scoreboard looks odd to me. I don't know what's going on. I've been pretty fastidious. So that says 18-1. So I'm going to trust them, of course, but wow.
Well, unless you might have missed an end. It's on 8 ends.
8 ends, I know. It says 9 there at the moment because I've just had a problem with the...
Once again, Andrew controlling the mat, rolling his length and banging his first one right on top of it. He's been unbelievable when he's had control of the mat with his first bowl. It's actually a little reminiscent of Joel Field's performance yesterday. His first bowl's been superb.
Absolutely ripping. Amazing. His second bowl's a blinder as well. Look at this.
Yeah, that's good bowling, isn't it? Very good bowling.
I think our last year's singles champion's back again. Can't get enough of it.
No, he'd be cheering Kane on in the final, in the pairs as well, wouldn't he?
Yep, absolutely. A couple of Malua Bay people there. I'll show you that in a sec once this bowl comes down.
Peter Keatley's sitting up there with one of our local boys, Greg Adams. He's a very good club man too.
So this is an example of where she's tried to overcorrect, and instead of just playing the shot into the back there, and again a little bit of inexperience.
She just had to play her own bowl. There's Greg on the right, a very good club man, volunteers his time a lot, plays in a lot of our galas. Obviously, Peter doesn't like being on camera, so he's moving away.
I think he's ducked off to look at the score. As this one comes down, it's a third excellent bowl.
Yeah, and see, that's the difference. Andrew's played 3 bowls. He said, I'm going to play the same bowl 3 times. And Karen probably needed to go into it with the same mindset. She tried to correct on a good bowl and finish tight. Hopefully she learns from that. And she's still tight.
Yep.
Yeah, tough shots to play, those little positive shots. It's more or less just a draw shot on these greens because they just turn so much.
Well, like he's saying, he hopes it wasn't a Camden player that played the wrong bias. I think it's an Everglades player that did white shirts, red lightning. You can't really see it from here.
So we have Brett just discussing how he's going to get his armchair down the other end.
Set up the barbecue. Yeah, Andrew's got some broad shoulders.
So there's Greg and Peter and his partner. Yeah, it looks good on the stream, doesn't it?
It really does. I should be sitting there. Look, I know. There you go. You know, it does look beautiful out there. It's a shame that view will be closed off. Actually, this will be an indoor green, 2 indoor rinks, in fact, in a couple of years.
I'm not sure they're looking to block the view off. I think there might be a bit of glass.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw that on there. My apologies. Yeah. But that was one of the comments, some of the comments yesterday from the directors saying how much they're looking forward to having the air conditioning. It gets hot under these domes.
Oh, it does get hot. Look, you don't get sunburnt, but it does get hot. Yeah, just it's all right if there's a little bit of a breeze. It sort of circulates the air under there. But yeah, if there's no breeze, it gets hot.
She's quick down a narrow line.
Yeah, just missing the line tight, but that was the right shot to play.
Yeah, one in the head, but no real risk because she can't. Even if she removes that bowl, she's not increasing the amount of shots she's down. So definitely the correct shot.
And she's 18-1 down, mate.
Yeah,
so
correct. Yeah, she's chasing numbers.
She has to try to do something. Brett just being a little bit relentless there, putting a bowl in a position, but sort of if she does play this, she might only get 2 now.
Well, margins count, and if this is how Andrew and Brett start with 17 shots so far, then they're in a good position going on. As we saw in the singles, I don't think one single, the Kane, I think, was the only one that made it through with 3 wins.
Yeah. So what did you do with your $10, Benny?
I bought Scott a beer, actually.
So everybody that wins at Raymond Terrace gets $10. You don't have to win by the most or anything like that. If you win your game in the afternoon of a Friday, you get your $10. If you win by the biggest margin, you'll get 20. And yesterday the jackpot was up around 1260 something.
Yeah, 1260.
Next week it'll be over $1,300. The bowls jackpot.
It's a get down here for the Friday gala.
Yeah, Friday gala at Raymond Terrace. It's a good afternoon. Chance to win some big dollars. And if you win your game, you'll double your money.
And you'll learn a lot about your bowls. I tell you, on these greens, unforgiving if you don't get it right, which is great. I love it. I had a smile on my face after every bowl, even the ones that went wrong. I'm learning so much on a quick green. It's beautiful.
Yeah, like I said, it really does instill in you to trust your bowls.
Now I reckon that was 3.
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah, these greens really punish you if you don't trust your line. You look like a bit of a goose sometimes, but it does hold you in good stead when you're going away and playing on a nice quick tiffy or something like that, you know. Betty fraternising with the spectators.
Can't help it. Love a chat. As the guys found out yesterday. After a couple of refreshments, I was talking 19 to the dozen. You can feel it today, actually.
Bit chirpy.
Yeah, non-stop. That's why I love this job.
That's the best line she's taken.
Can we see the Park Beach score? Sadly, Joel, they're on the other green, so we can't, and we're just up a little bit too high to see the scoreboard. So, apologies, mate, but you'll see the scores at the end.
You throw the link into Bowls Link, mate, for the portal.
Oh yeah, I can do that for the results portal. Just happen to have it up, so I'll go back to the.
So anybody looking for the results portal at the end of the games, they'll all get updated pretty quick. So I think Benny's about to put the link in the comments and just copy and paste that into your browser, and about 45 minutes time I reckon you'll start to see some results coming in.
That's right, Andrew Lynn's pretty quick on it. As soon as he gets a card, he chucks it in. What have we got? Oh, even comments on YouTube at the moment. Paul Wadley from Armidale, go South Tamworth, good on you. Tamworth local watching from Sydney. Daniel Clark, glad you're with us, guys. And as the clubs start to get open, you'll start seeing a lot of the clubs will have this on their big screens, which I can't recommend enough. Getting down and having a look, it's a great way to spend an afternoon.
That's a good weighted shot there. But how good has Andrew been? Like,
just sing his praises all day. He's been incredible.
So they'd be probably a bit used to playing. I'm not sure. Is it South Tamworth with synthetic green? Or is that
Yeah,
West?
I think it is South Tamworth. I'll look it up.
One of the clubs in Tamworth has got a synthetic green. I'm just not sure which one it is. But either way, my point is that A, they're going to be used to the synthetic green if that's the club that has it. But B, more to the point, is that the greens in Tamworth, whether they're synthetic or grass, they are usually very, very good.
That's too grass. Yeah, South Tamworth's grass. That's right.
Yeah,
The guys played
so-
a pennant final there a couple of years ago, and
Yeah.
it was lightning. They said.
lightning greens at South Tamworth. Is that the one near the main street, Gnu? Yeah, so that's the one we played Interzone at. We played Interzone there a few years ago, which we were lucky enough to win. And I can tell you one thing, that those greens at South Tamworth are mint. So these guys would be pretty used to just letting them roll off the tips of their fingers and taking a decent line. That's probably why they've been peppering the jack. It's been North Tamworth Bowling Club's got the synthetic.
Yep, that'd be
Yep.
dark green there.
Yeah.
Yep. Good old Google Maps showing me the way. One of the best stories is Karen's got one close one there, which is handy. One of the coolest stories, I've got a book at home that I found at, I've got it at the office, from 1906. And the introductory paragraphs from the chairman, I can't remember his name at the time, had spoke about asked the question why Tamworth didn't have a bowling club in 1906.
Yeah, right.
Not one, and really complained about it in that section. And it
Now they've
turned
got three.
now they got four. I was just looking at that. There's
Well, we
Oxley.
got North. Yeah, that's right. You got Oxley as well. So you got North, South, West, and Oxley. Oh, she's plucked that out clean as a whistle. That's a good shot.
Yeah, North, Tamworth City, West, South,
So
Oxley, North.
5.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bowling clubs in Tamworth.
And 1906 they had none.
None, not one.
Good bowls community out at Tamworth, eh?
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I like going out to Tamworth. It's a nice little. Well, it's not little country town, big country town. But like I said, the greens out there are generally really good.
Haven't had the pleasure. I'll head up there for some bowling training at some point. I'm sure I'll get to almost every area at least within the next 12 months.
Yeah, well, it's one thing I really enjoyed the greens at South Tamworth, similar to like Raymond Terrace's greens, so just quick and wide. Yeah, like I said, it's probably why these guys have found it so easy. Yeah, that's a good call. Just nice and positive on the draw. Land the bowl for a shot if you trail it with 2. I think Brett's looking at being a bit more aggressive on the back end, but no, he doesn't need to do that. Just come down with a foot or 2 away. No, he's playing with more than that. Yeah, I didn't mind the call that Andrew made, but obviously the other shot was on to make a good 4 or 3.
So a free kick, first one.
Free kick, but she's going to play through the traffic. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's not the direction I think I'd play. But then that side, she's played it mostly, I think, on that hand down towards the ditch.
Yeah, just slip through a little bit.
So one to the team of the King ladies. Continue that. So somehow I've jumped to 21. I'll just check the scoreboard there because for some reason I'm not correlating with their math. I've been keeping an eye on the ends. That says 22 again. So I don't know. Interesting math here. Have I got the ends correct is the next thing. How I've got the ends correct and the wrong score is blowing my mind here, but so be it. 10 ends, 22 to 2. I'm a bowl short. I'll just add one there. 22 to 2. After 10 ends. So again, welcome ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's just joined us. If you're not aware of what you're watching, it is the 2023-24 State Rookie Pairs, presented by Bowls New South Wales, coming to you from Raymond Terrace Bowling Club, a club that I'm sitting here singing the praises of at the moment because I love it. John Bagnall, come to Foster, we'll show you a good time. Yeah, I love Foster as well. At the moment, we're watching this game. It's 22-2. It's a 12-end game. Respot the jack. It's a quick game, so we're on end 10. They're up and back here at the moment. I'll just say John Bagnall from Foster. I've been there a couple of times with the Defence Force teams. And, oops, I'm on the wrong page. That's why. There we go. And, with the Defence Force teams, and had a great time at Foster. Love the town. Yeah, she was up there. Foster, was it? That would have been the Grade 1 pennant finals too.
Yep.
You guys win that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, state pennant, Grade 1 state pennant finals. Yeah, up at Foster. Had 3 pretty good days up there.
(22-2).
And here we go. Karen played 2 crackers.
She's finding it, but maybe at the wrong end of the game. Well, look, they've got 6 bowls each, 12 shots. They can't win, but margins matter. So fight to the end is the key.
Yeah, you've got to fight to the end. If they don't peg this back, they're absolutely no chance. Oh, rousing reception.
Yeah, just one of the ladies over there played an absolute cracking shot as a humdinger, Peter Dive would say. And so again, a bit loose there by Andrew, but that's what pressure does. And Karen put him on the jack, and he's just trying to beat him away, and hasn't quite managed it. So as they cross, I've got something to show you. This is all of the players getting their photo taken this morning. A bit of fun. You'll see one of the players turn up late, and everyone give him a round of applause as he turns up. This is me just testing the cameras out this morning. Yay! Because he's late. It shows the attitude of this competition. Everyone's here having a good time. That's all of the players here this morning. Have their photo taken and disperse, and then and Billy Johnson up there taking the photos. Bless him. And we head back to this green to watch this bowl come down by Sarah.
I'm not sure if that's going to count.
No, I don't think it does. It's on the line.
Actually thought it was a bit better than that.
Yeah, we just saw the last couple of seconds of it obviously on the screen, and we're watching it out the window. I thought it would finish nicely. A bit of pace here. He's got to be careful not to bump Jack too much.
Oh, he's down.
Oh, he is too. Sorry, I'm so used to Andrew being up. Sorry, all day. He's down. No, that's a great shot. Just missed. Well done. Shut up then. What do I know? God, I'm commentating like it's late afternoon.
I told you had that bubbly.
No, it's Anne will know, it's the lack of coffee. I'll get one after this game, hopefully. How's Tim go making coffee?
He goes all right.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's not good. Not bad.
I don't think I'll have time to run across to the...
No, Tim's all right, mate. I've already drank one of his coffees here. Didn't last that long. No, he's all right.
So where are we at? Just looking down here, I know there's some people asking about the Camden score next door.
Shot this one. Look at this.
It just stopped.
Oh, it is too.
Camden are up by 1 shot, 9-8 after 8. A really close game happening there. That's high quality next door. 11-7 there. I can't tell who that is, by the way. So it's pointless giving you the score. But yeah, closer games over the next 3 rinks. But this game completely set up by Andrew Nichols in the front end.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. The Maroon Bowls, that's probably the furthest we've seen them away. He's probably been guilty of maybe having 2 loose ends.
That's it. You're completely right. That's what I was about to say. Eight close ends and then 2 loose ones. But that's That's
But he
why the
really-
scoreline looks like it does.
He really set it up with the first 6, though, didn't he? First 6 ends were on song, and
Yep.
the score jumped out to like 14-0, and it was pretty well over.
Yeah, heavy and past with that bowl, so they're going to, well, geez, having it looks closer than it looks from here.
Looks like 2 to me.
Yeah.
Getting the umpire out. Anyway, while we're doing that, I'll give, for those people that listened to it yesterday, you're probably sick of hearing it, but for those that haven't heard it before, we do have our Australia Day Fours tournament coming up here at Raymond Terrace on the Australia Day long weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. $13,000. In fact, it's over $13,000 in prize money up for grabs. 2.5 day tournament, fours, 2 games a day, and then one on the last. It's usually a pretty popular tournament, so if you want to get in, feel free to get on our website, rtbc.com.au. You'll find the flyer under all the bowls drop-downs, and you'll find all the info that you require on there. You can give me a ring or send me an email to enter your side. It's usually a pretty good weekend, and like I said, there's plenty of money up for grabs, so feel free to jump on the website, rtbc.com.au.
Look, if you've got, and I'll back that up, if you've got an opportunity to come down here at all, take it, come and have a game. It's a magnificent club and you'll find out why. A little shorter.
Yeah, you haven't had to adjust the cameras too often, but this time they've got you on the joystick.
Yep. A little control in front of me, which is always good fun. Wait for that to
You're a bit of a gamer at heart anyway, mate. You've got a pretty good control over the joystick, I reckon.
That's right. We were talking about that last night. Yeah, love the games.
Hey.
I always travel with my PlayStation 5.
He was telling me last night that he was a Space Invaders junkie, so this is very reminiscent of an Atari controller.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy thing. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Yeah, we had a good chat last night about our console gaming over the years. It's rare and Bowles to actually made another one. But yeah, I travel with my PlayStation. It gives me the downtime that.
I used to do that, when we first got... So me and my mate Shane Evans, he's the vice chairman here actually, we won our district pairs together back in 2006 or whatever it was, but ever since then we started getting picked in the rep sides, and we used to just pack the PlayStation in the bag, and wherever we ended up we'd room together invariably, and we took the PlayStation up to the TV. They all used to give a shit about it.
Well, they're wrong. Whoever's doing that, it's a great way to spend some time. Yeah, mine sits. I redesigned a little travel bag, one of the wheelie bags, and it's got padding in there, so I just slot it in there beautifully with a controller, and it sits with me. I brought my guitar this time too, actually. So it was
Real guitar or your Guitar Hero guitar?
real guitar. Even the big dreadnought.
Big Dreadnought.
Yeah, big fat guitar.
Yeah,
Big one.
cool.
I've got to get one for travelling. We've decided it was a bit of an experiment. So, Andrew has got that one there and one way back on the tee. I haven't updated that score. It was a 2, that's right. The scoreboard isn't updated either, but it was a 2 to the ladies. I'm pretty
24-2.
sure. I'm going to get corrected in the comments straight away because
22-4, I should say. Yeah.
these guys are all over it. Scott Thorogood saying Timmy's coffee's a fair. His martinis are better. Espresso martinis.
Yeah, right.
Oh, good shot again there by Andrew. So the final end of this 12-end game of the rookie pairs for 2023-24. Final end of this round. The guys got straight into it after this. We'll pay attention. Everyone else is a fair way behind. I'm not sure who our next game is, actually. Let's have a look. Next game will be Anne Rickard and Catherine Samet from against Julie Tripus and Randall Cotton from Kurri Kurri. So Munmora United and Kurri Kurri next.
Oh, that's a good attempt.
Yep. Close one.
Yeah, she hasn't played too bad, Sarah.
No, she just, yeah. Look, she's had she hasn't had much opportunity. Sadly, Andrew being all over it all the time has really made it hard on her. But I don't think, honestly, Brett's had the armchair right, as we said, but I don't think he's actually been all that close most of the time.
No, he
Maybe one
hasn't.
out of his 3 bowls every year.
No, look, Brett has not played very well.
Not like he has been over the last 2 days, no.
No, I would be brutally honest. Brett hasn't played very well, but he hasn't needed to.
Yeah, correct. Look at the score. It's
like Lee Schreiner said yesterday. He said the best games that Skippy plays are the ones where he doesn't have to do anything. A good shot.
Yep, and down. Well played, Sarah. I'm tempted with the speed between these games just to leave the stream running. Leave the graphic up.
Yeah, why not?
And run it all the time. So we might try that today, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll leave this running. I'll put the blue graphic up and leave it there so we don't have to restart it.
The only thing is, will Facebook have a problem with the length of that stream?
No, they give me 8 hours. Okay. So they're all right. We'll see.
We start at 8:30 and we finish at 7. That's might not work for you.
Oh, look at this. Another good shot.
No, she hasn't laid it out, but I think Brett's last bowl is the second shot.
Yep. Can only tell that by looking out the window, by the way. But yeah, that yellow one. Those 2 short bowls were actually a bit further than they look. Maybe a 1.5 foot. Yeah, 1.5 foot in front. Those 2 bowls back are only a couple of inches past Jack. Well, that there is the final bowl of that end and final bowl of this game. And congratulations to South Tamworth winning that one. Andrew Nichols and Brett Goodchild. The ladies' king. Sadly, didn't get off to a great start, but first 6 ends dominated by Andrew Nichols.
Yeah, he was very, very good, Andrew. Just like I said, Brett was well and truly set into the armchair. He found his groove in the chair, and he wasn't prepared to move, and nor did he have to.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm not going to take this stream down. I'm going to let it run. You won't hear us for a while. You'll just see the bowls graphic for a bit, and then we'll come back and see you afterwards. We'll just do an experiment, see if this works. If it doesn't, then I'll restart it. It'll work. Thanks very much, team. See you then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on the stream now. I'll just get the camera pointed in the right direction. So I've had to run out and move that camera a bit. We had a sudden downpour. It's just getting a bit damp, and I'm a little bit touchy about that camera at the moment. I've just been out and met the players. A very happy lady there, Kathy. She's looking great. She's got some good support here from Mamora. Welcome back again, Lennon Scott.
Thank you, Benny. No rest for the wicked, eh?
Absolutely not. And wouldn't have it any other way. So this is a game between Anne Rickard and Catherine Summit from Munmora United against Julie Tripus and Randall Cotton. Only one bloke on this rink.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one's the lead in the ladies' team, mate.
That'll be Anne. Anne's leading off. Catherine skipping. And obviously Julie from Curry Curry leading there. They've just when the results come up, I'll have a look and tell you exactly what's going on. Andrew's working diligently out the back there, putting them all in. He's pretty quick, so we'll get there shortly. And I'll get a scoreboard for you all as well as we're going. So it'll be interesting to see these guys. The Munmora team in white shirts for the Lightning Bolts, very reminiscent of St George's Basin down south. Actually, it's their old shirt, very close to that. But happy to be here with those ladies. I can tell you now, loving it.
Did they play on this green last game, Ben? Do you know?
Yeah, a couple of rinks down.
Yep.
I don't know about Curry. I don't remember seeing Curry here, but just clicking the wrong buttons here, just focusing elsewhere instead of the bowls. That's a good shot there. Julie's got the front one. All right, scoreboards for all. And then we'll go through and change the names so we can actually tell who's who as well.
So you have Julie trying to claim the shot here with the last. Just slip through.
Yeah, to have a chat. We both did down there, having a chat about a few things happening in around the rinks and how happy everyone is, and talking up Andrew about his armchair ride he gave in the last game.
Yep.
We'll see some rink scores shortly. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it very much. I did. Isn't she lovely? And Andrew Lynn just walking past, must have finished off the scoreboards already, so we'll go through that shortly. I'll just fix these members up first, and then we'll do that.
Catherine's first bowl is a little bit heavy as well.
Speaking of Leanne Darcy down there, I should get her up here to commentate. It's good to hear a lady's voice on the commentary instead of just the blokes all the time. If she's watching, Leanne, come on up.
Bit of a short end to start. Everybody's sort of slipped through a little bit. Ladies from Munmora have picked it a little bit better at this stage, but certainly nobody jumping right on top of it as yet. It's good. One of the good things about this competition, you mentioned there's 3 ladies on this rink, so anybody can play with anybody in the rookies. You don't necessarily have to be from the same club. You don't necessarily have to be of the same gender. And it's, like I said, it's one of the good things about this competition. And we've got 3 ladies out there playing on the live stream game, just a solitary man.
It's the joys of the open competition. I love it.
Just goes to show too, mate, that it doesn't matter whether you've got a team of 2 men or a mixed team, or whether it's 2 ladies, you can still qualify for a state championship here at the rookies. and compete on a level playing field.
That's right. It's not a men's or ladies comp. It's just an open comp, as most things in Bowls New South Wales are. Pathways changed that, of course, but good to see the ladies here, and the amount of support they're getting from their clubs is brilliant.
Randall just sneaking past again. I'm not sure who's got shot down there. It's just a little bit too far away to see. Even out the window, I don't have a good look at it.
I don't think they haven't much of an idea either at the moment. Oh, two to Munmora to start.
So the two short lead bowls were the ones that would end up being the closest. Everybody else running through the head. Short end on the first end sort of caught them out a bit. I'd be interested to see where this one goes. I dare say it'd be something similar given the fact they just won that end. So I'd be suggesting that my lead put the mat in a similar spot and the jack in a similar spot. Yes, this is similar length. Very similar length.
All right. So the good news is I've got some results as the lead bowls come down. In Section 1, Bruce Pratchett and Stephen Woods drew with these from the Kurri Kurri team. So a draw for the first section, 8 shots each for this Kurri Kurri team. And Munmora came off a loss, actually. I thought they won 13-8 against the Greenleafs Park team. That's Section 1. Section 2, obviously we know about the Tamworth and the King team. And then the top game, Camden, 14 shots over Malua Bay 9.
That's a good win, that.
Yeah, huge. Great game that was too. That kept going. Well, that was the last game finished. In fact, other than that, the Astonville Ballina team, 16 shots, beat the Park Beach team 10. Tilton Watts from Foster drew with Britton and Hoy from Harvard 12. 2 draws. That's incredible. And number 4, no draws in this one. Campsie South 8, Maryland's Northmead 14. So Sophie and Oscar, the juniors, on their way there. And Mark Pickett and Brian Greenhalgh from Albion Park, 9 shots, lost to Leslie Bird and Zachary Simpson from Club Maitland City. So that wraps up the results so far. Only one real big blowout, which was the TV game last. And a couple of draws, which is really interesting.
Oh, didn't get that away real good. I think it's the wrong bias.
Oh, yep, that's gone the wrong way.
No, it's not. Just that much of a wobble, it went that straight. Yeah, that's out of bounds, I think.
Yeah, geez, you'd have to throw a wrong bias on the TV, wouldn't you?
Go and pick that one up. Yeah, didn't get that away the best. Julie.
I'm going to have a word with Kathy. I did warn them to stay outside the line, but...
Probably just got to stay outside that black line. It's good for the camera.
Exactly right. I'll go do that now. Excuse me, I'll leave you to yourself for a sec.
No, you're right, mate. So, Julie, the biggest correction's always the easiest. A good weight, just... I'm not sure if she tried to correct on that last bowl. She didn't need to. It didn't come out smooth at all, but... Yeah, players just got the word about the camera. Like I said, it's probably best just to stay outside those black lines, get the camera a good view of every head if you're doing that. So they cross over with 2 short bowls. The team from Munmora holding 2 with 2 short bowls. Nothing really shot as yet. I think we'll see the bowl that claims the end out of the next 6, to be honest.
So Andrew Lynn's all over it, policing the lines already. You can see him down there on the, if I change cameras on the top left, policing the lines for me. Bless him.
So Catherine from Munmora here will be looking just to add to the count, probably improve on the position a bit. Looks as though she's running as well, though. Yeah, she's got a lot of running in this. Yeah, so a bit
on that downhill.
Yeah, sprayed him around a bit here.
So I do think this is a bit of a failed experiment, mate. What I'll do is I'll put it back on. We will end the
stream.
And start again next. We're just not getting the people on it that I'd like to see by now. So sorry about that, everyone, but it was worth a go. Quick turnarounds make a difference. Yeah, it was worth a look. And Mora's got a huge supporter base, so I'm a bit surprised they're not there.
Well, this one's a bit Errol Flynn, I think. Just needs to bang her into her own if she's going to get anything. Yep. And be holding 3 with that last bowl coming down. Randall just needs to lose probably 18 inches and he'll get the shot. Set it down on a reasonable line. You can get away with a shorter line on these shorter lengths, or a narrower line on these shorter lengths. And sneak around the front, will he? No, he's into it. So still 3. Can't quite see out the window about that third bowl, but I think it's still 3.
Looks like 3, yeah.
So Catherine looking to add to the count. Probably whack one right on it here. Will put the pressure on Randall. Will take the score to 5-0, 6-0 if he fails. No, she's quick again. So sort of caught the players out coming back in this direction.
Geez, I'm glad we're under cover, mate. That downpour was pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's a good thing about Raymond Terrace, mate. You can put the event on here and know it's going to get completed.
Exactly right.
Just going to slip past 2,
running,
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody nailed the jack then at all. Like, nobody really looked like getting one on top of it. Bit of a scrappy 3, but it'll all go on the card. So 5-0 after 2 to the Marmora girls.
And a good start by them.
Very good start.
So update the score. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the shop at the moment. I'm just going to get into the game. Sorry, everyone, if the coverage is a bit strange. It's my fault. I'll get there. Just lots of things on my mind at the moment with that little downpour and the movement of this camera.
He's stressing out about his tech.
I do. I hate it when it gets wet. It's just extra work. And I love my cameras. They're my babies. I used to laugh at Andrew Lynn about that, but now I understand. We're just going to go give them a service when they get back, the poor things. You can see this one at the end a bit jumpy, but it's the camera's fault, not the cable.
So similar length again. Appears as though the Marmora girls like the shorter lengths. This is the best opening bowl of the lot, I think, so far. Oh no, still a yard. She's put, mind you, they have scored the last couple of ends.
Yeah, those shorter ones, yard in front.
See what Julie can do.
So Bob McKay. Morning, guys. Pleasure playing a game with Benny yesterday. Yeah, I played against him. His orange bowls, they were, especially that last end, they were the ones I was trying to smack into the ditch. Had a great afternoon and well played. Yeah, thanks, Bob. You too, mate. Love the coverage. So
yeah, that last end was good, wasn't he? He put 4 bowls within a foot.
I know, it's because you turned up. Selectors are watching and he's dropped 4 straight on it. And all I could find was the hole.
Ah, that's a good shot. That's the best bowl that's been played on this game so far. So maybe something to get a bit more excited about there, Jared.
Jared Gorsuch asking why you didn't give him a call.
Well, I didn't give him a call.
That's what I said. No phone call, mate.
No.
Bit more excitement, please, he's saying.
Oh, that's what I said. Well, something. Oh, there you go. Look at that. There's something to get excited about. That'll bring the crowds back, Jared.
Oh, we love it. Love the game. Very, very much. Couldn't think of a better sport and a better place to be on Saturday morning.
Yeah, well, no slight on these guys. They're only rookies. They're very inexperienced, playing on the TV rink probably for the first time, a couple of them. So they've been a little erratic. Hasn't been anything to get too excited about, but I'm sure they'll warm into the contest. This end's been the best one of the lot so far. So
yeah, I went and spoke to Sarah. She said she was actually absolutely terrified of the cameras. I said, geez, that's a shame. I should have had a word with you beforehand, because you've got to play the game more than worry about these the glass cannons pointed at you, as it's called.
Just missing the line a little bit underneath. She had good weight. She had very good weight. They should be used to playing on the synthetics, the Curry guys. They've got a synthetic at Curry they play most of their bowls on. It's not a bad synthetic as well.
This is a different synthetic to the ones I've played on.
It is a bit different, but yeah the one at Curry is pretty good. It's a pretty good green. Obviously, synthetics have their own, little characteristics. So these guys should be familiar with the characteristics of a synthetic green, but haven't quite jumped on it yet.
So if anyone doesn't know where Munmora is, it's just south of Newcastle. Looks like about an hour south there, between the entrance and Newcastle.
Yeah, it's just out of our zone actually. So not far from Swansea.
Curry, of course, another local, a little bit inland from Newcastle, so about the same distance inland as Munmora is south.
Yeah, so Curry not as far away as Munmora with the new motorway being built. It doesn't take that long to get here anymore. This one's pulling up short, I think. Yeah, Curry, nice old town, a lot of history in Curry. Got a pretty nice bowling club out there too, actually.
Yeah, I can't say I've never been there, but I'd look forward to it and have to have a word with Anne and jump her out of the head too. Where's Andrew? He's not policing enough.
Oops. Just
short again.
Finding a lot of people pinching their line here. Just interested to see how they go on the longer end, because you'd really have to make sure you take the grass on the longer end. The shorter end you can get away with the narrower line, and this might show it up. It could be a little bit. Oh no, he was coming back. He just didn't have to wait again, Randall. So the Curry team holding one shot with Julie's bowl.
Good shot it was too. I couldn't be able to see this come in, sadly, but
Catherine coming down, probably looking. I can't tell.
Just send Andrew a message, see if he's got his phone on him.
Oh, look at that! That's a good shot.
Yeah, we all rolled it out.
We didn't get to see it in running, but we saw the end result. Yeah, that's a good shot. She's played that well. Could see a bit of aggression here from Randall. He's got all the backwood. No, he's just going to draw it. Been called on the draw. I suppose if he takes his own out, he probably dropped another one. Maybe two.
Looks quickish to me.
The last two have been short, mate, so I reckon he might get right back to the jack.
Oh my God, he has. Wow, that's hooked a mile.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's turtled out.
Through the little hole.
He's turtled out, fallen on his back. That deserved better than that.
I would not have picked him getting into there.
He's took both little rubs and tipped himself onto his back. I can't see him scoring with this one. It looks as though the one nearest the line at the back is the shot. They hung on. There you go. So Julie's bowl was the shot in the end. It didn't look that way on the camera, but Curry on the board.
Yep, finally. Well, after two ends, I say finally, but... Well,
yeah, well, they lose that end, all of a sudden they're 6-0 down, and probably not so much the ends as it is the score. Be interesting to see where this jack ends up. They've been playing shortish lengths, so looks as though.
He's got his foot there saying, "Put it here, please."
Yeah, looks as though he's looking to lengthen the end up a bit. The thing that I'm most curious about on this length is the grass line that they take, because they've been bowling a few narrow on the shorter lengths, and like I said, on the shorter length you're able to get away with a tighter line. On these longer ones you've really got to get them out there. So I like to think that they're all over that, and they can send them out on a nice high line, let the bowler do the work back to the jack, but we'll soon find out.
He's jumped on the bank, very conscious of the camera now. He's got Andrew paying close attention.
They're petrified, mate. Look at them. They're not even on the green anymore. Huh? You've got them standing up on the bank with their hands in their pockets.
Yeah, that's it. Please don't tell me off again. It's the cattle prod.
It's not a bad opener on this length in this direction. They do run on a bit there, so that's a good start. Just pinching the line. I was a bit worried about that. Even if it did have the running, it would have been well underneath, I think.
Just looked across the green because I'm interested in how South Tamworth going. They're 6-0 up over Malua after 2 ends. So they've dropped a couple of threes there immediately.
Wow. So the Malua team, the highly fancied Malua team as well.
Yeah, got beaten the first game by a very good team there from Camden.
Yeah, the Camden boys played well, especially the skipper. Played very well.
Mary Ingram once again watching from Fife. We haven't increased the numbers much, so yep, failed experiment. That's all right. We'd like to do test. Bob said he's actually coming down soon. If you want to come and have a seat, mate, he's a board member here too, isn't he?
Yeah, Bob's on the board. Yep. Yeah, I dare say he'll be down here watching the bowls with schooner in hand.
Mm-hmm.
He likes a beer, Bob, and he likes the camaraderie at the club too. He's always up for a chat.
I think everyone does here. Everyone's up for a chat here. It's great. I love it. I can't even tell you how much I love it, mate. I'll keep singing the praise of this club for the rest of my life, I reckon.
Oh, it's good you've had a good experience, mate.
Oh, mate.
That's what it's all about. So we try to be very welcoming to people and give them a bit of country hospitality. Good shot, that one.
Laying flat too. Wonderful shot. So 3 ends in, and I think Julie's had the better of it since the first end. First end I don't think she would be all that satisfied with, but since then...
Yeah, the first 2 ends she was a bit scattered. The 2 short bowls counted, if you remember correctly, on the first 2 ends. But
that's right. Yep.
Yeah, Julie put a good one in down on the last end, which ended up holding on for shot all the way to the death and lengthened the end out and put one right on it. So Randall will be going up the other end with a lot more confidence than what he has been, holding a good shot and all the backwood.
All right.
The sun's coming out now, Ben.
Yeah, I was just looking at how bright that is at the other end. I've moved that camera now, and bright shine down there. Getting warm a bit too. I'm just watching the lady there.
It'll be a bit steamy out there too with a little bit of rain and the sun coming out. It'll be getting a bit steamy, I reckon.
Anne was just fanning her face with a cloth. Yeah, steamy. That hit of rain and it just would feel like a sauna under there at the moment. It's meant to get to 30 degrees today.
Yeah, well, it'll probably be feeling more like 35 under the covers, I reckon, if it does get to 30 odd.
It's warm playing bowls, I can tell you now after yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, you get blessed with not being sunburnt, not getting sunburnt, but yeah, in the summertime it does get humid, and in the wintertime it gets pretty cold. You play a club championship game at 9 o'clock in the middle of winter, it gets pretty cold. Oh, she's taken a good line here.
Yeah, Randall was first running very short.
It didn't turn as much as I expected. No. Came back, had good weight, it would have counted. Oh, it wouldn't have counted, but it would have got second.
Yep. And just asking who the Club Maitland City boys are playing. I'll find out for you, mate.
We need to get the lady off the camera line.
Again, yep. I'll go out there very shortly. I'll just find this information for Anne.
No, there she goes. She's moved now.
They're playing against Sophie Payne and Oscar Hyde from Maryland's Northmead. They're on the other green, so won't be able to bring you updates, I don't think, on them. But yeah, the guys from the juniors from Maryland's Northmead. I'll go have a chat to Ian for a second. I've asked Andrew, but he's too busy gas bagging down there with KFC.
Talking about what they're going to get for dinner tonight, maybe. Randall looking to add to the count now. I don't think he's going to make it. So it's Julie that's held on for shot. Oh, no, there's one to go yet, so we'll see if she can... G'day, Ben. How are you, mate? Yeah, see if we can hold on for shot here, or add one to the count. We'll see if Julie can hold on for shot, I should say, or if Catherine can take it off her. So, it's out on a high line again. I think she might be a bit pacey again for that line. Yeah, it's not going to come back that far. So Julie's hung on for shot, makes it 2 shots to 5 in favour of Mumora. I dare say we'll see a long length again.
How'd it look?
Pitcher, mate. Absolute pitcher.
So what do we get?
One to Curry. Julie's
Curry.
first. Yeah, Julie's bowl finishing up on top of the jack. Stayed there for the duration. So
Once again, proving leads matter.
yeah, very important position in 3 bowl pairs. The lead certainly sets the end up.
After over 12 ends as well, you're not playing that many bowls, so you really need your lead to fire.
So we've got a longish length again. This one not quite as long, probably because we're trying to roll it up the hill.
Mary Ingram is saying it's -5 in Scotland at the moment. In Fife, where she is, that's pretty chill, mate.
Yeah. It wouldn't be too bad if we could meet her halfway, I reckon. She can have some of our 30 and we'll take some of her -2.
She can just have some of the humidity, I think. I just ducked out there to speak to the ladies about being in front of the camera, and yeah, immediately hit like being hit with a warm towel. Fair start by Julie.
Yeah,
Weight's good.
Picked the weight very well. This is probably
Not weighty enough.
not weighty enough. No, she's picked a line pretty consistently. It's just been a weight that's been a little bit off. Well, that one didn't come out the best either.
Oh, goodness. It's snowing in Fife, in fact.
Jeez. A little bit of a wobble at the start. I think held that up a bit. That was a very tight line.
Yep. A little touch and ran through. It's not the touch you'd be looking for, but still it's a bit of chalk.
Got a gentleman watching from Marrickville, Graham Richards from Marrickville. Yep. Your guy's starting this afternoon, Nick. Nick from Marrickville, teaming up with his mate Darren from Alexandra. They'll be playing this afternoon.
Julie Trippus is a Kiwi. I'm getting told here. Wowee. Well, maybe Chris can tell me if I'm saying your name right. Is it Trippers or Tripas? And Daniel Wise saying Gold Jewels. Yeah, brilliant.
Got this one away cleanly. No wobble at the start. Similar grass. We'll see how far away it goes. Didn't turn that much at all, really. Good shot. We're pulling up the live stream of Fife.
Yeah, I just want to see the snow. I like snow. No, it just looks like frost to me. Looks cold.
It looks like it's dark.
It is
cold.
dark. It's about 2 a.m. I think, isn't it? Mary, off and up this hour of the day.
So Julie crossing over, holding shot again. I don't know what happened with that one.
Oh, no, she's in Newey local. I'm in Auckland, right? Thanks, Chris. That makes more sense.
She's a Newey local. I'm in Auckland.
Yep.
Okay.
We always can see, because you can see the where people are watching from, thanks to Facebook here. So a few thousand Aussies, some 140 odd from United Kingdom.
46 from Canada, America.
Yeah, I think this. I think my assessment is that we usually get a lot of Americans watching, but I do think it's also people on a VPN.
Oh, yeah.
So we can't see where they're from. And it comes from there.
Yep.
40 from New Zealand, 24 from Canada. So
Yep.
it's love to see you all here. We're glad you're here, and thanks for watching.
None from Japan, mate.
No, none from Japan.
That's generally where the VPNs come through.
Yeah. Mine goes through Ukraine. Maybe.
You sure about that?
No.
Mine always says Japan for some reason. 90% of the time when I look at it, it says Japan. Good shot here, Catherine.
Brilliant.
So he's come and taken the shot straight away. Yeah, so you can see there Julie wiping her brow. I reckon it's pretty sticky out there.
Yeah. Like a wet sock.
Oh, Randall, has he got the running, Randall?
It's usually he's called for longer ends, but he's pulling up quite considerably, quite a bit. He's not quite making it.
Well, this one I wouldn't call long.
No, he did ask for a longer end.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Julie, I think, got caught out with the jack going uphill. That's my honest assessment of it.
What do you think of the Curry Cannons shirt?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
In the Newcastle Knights colours.
Yeah, Curry's, they've had some good shirts over the years, actually, Curry.
It's good coming up to all this and seeing what everyone's about, because there's clubs, teams from far and wide here. And you get to see all the shirts. I'm looking at a redesign of our Husky ones and getting some ideas that I'll plagiarise from some of these.
Looks like Bousey's either waiting at the airport or he's landed in Melbourne. He's just tuned in.
Oh,
G'day,
well
Bousey.
done. Great shot. Falling and just running into, is it Catherine's bowl there and dropping out and touching Jack.
So it's the best roll. That's the best bowl Randall's played so far. Nailed the line 3 times, made a slight adjustment with each one, and finally ended up on the jack. So very good shot, Randall. And Catherine's up and about here. She's played a few weighted shots, just not quite going to hold up around the short ones.
No, I didn't get a nice little bit of rub either. So one to Curry.
Slowly pegging it back, Curry. 2 shots to 5 now after 5 ends, so well within striking distance.
Oh yeah, within an end clearly, and important in a 12-end game. No dead ends. These are quick games, as we saw with the first one. They flow through pretty swiftly. Got 6 games to get through today.
So Warren Towney, he's just made a comment about has Joel Field recouped enough to bounce back this morning? No, he has not bounced back this morning, although I do know exactly where he is and what he's doing. He's at home, listening to the dulcet tones of Hayden Bloikowski's snoring.
So someone asking for a link to the results portal, I'll do that immediately. Because all the results are there for you to see. We did run through them earlier. No worries, Michael Winter. Thank you for asking that. I might have put one up before, but there it is again. Just for you, mate. And, I'll pin it, in fact. So jump on there, see the results, see the ladders. Obviously, we're only 1 game in. So ladders are less interesting at this point. They'll be more interesting after the next game. And then we start to see who's in contention for the final series tomorrow, starting tomorrow morning at 8:45, hopefully.
So Julie's first bowl just slipping past again. Not sure if any team has cottoned onto the uphill downhill yet. I know it's been well spoken about, but these two teams seem to be falling victim of it a bit. It's not a bad opener from Ian.
Yep, fair bowl. That back one will be a learner from Julie. She hasn't been far off the whole time.
She had a couple of loose bowls at the start, the first few ends, but she's dialed it in a little bit and started finding her way to the jack more regularly.
Went down and saying, "Oh dear, he's in torture." I've heard those snores plenty of times.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, Warren. I've been there too, buddy. It's not pleasant.
Only Warren, one of the, I say it all the time, he's always watching these streams, and I've met him in my travels a fair bit. He's a very good man.
He's a good man, Warren. He's a good bowler too.
So Randall just calling Julie there on her. Is she right-hander? I'll make sure of that.
Mats and jacks.
Yep, right-hander on her forehand.
Just going to have to take a couple of mats and a couple of jacks for these bowls. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. But with the bowls, just open the door and get them to take off the trolley. It's the easiest way.
Oh, that's narrow. Didn't deliver that. She kind of bounced out of her hand. Didn't get down low, I think, and pinched it. And away it goes on that side. It did. It's tough to change hands. They do run a little bit differently side to side here.
Didn't really need to change hands.
I know Randall called her down that way.
No, he did.
I think there was enough space there for a dead draw. She was doing pretty well that hand. She had the grass nailed.
See what I mean on that side there? On the longer end, that gets back.
Mm.
On the shorter end, it just doesn't quite have enough time to turn.
There's a bit of a board meeting in the middle for both teams here. Board meeting, as I think it's Andrew Lynn likes to call it, but less of a sewing circle. You often see the pennants teams and the fours, if it's their head, will stop in the middle. I like to catch my guys in the middle if I feel like the game's running. If the momentum's running towards another team, I'll stop my guys and just have a chat in the middle, and for nothing else, it slows the game.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different psychological things you can employ during a game of bowls. Don't worry, that's one of them. Everybody has a pace they play at too. So if you're sort of not going as well as what you think you could or you should, then a little bit of a strategy is to sort of try to take the pace of the game away from your opponent, try to change it up a bit.
Exactly right. We haven't spoken much about the rhythm of the game, and I guess in rookies, it's not something that they'll have
shot.
Yeah, brilliant. They'll potentially have noticed as much, but the rhythm of the game is important, and there is timing in the way people stand on the mat and get to the mat, prepare themselves to bowl a bowl. And if you're not going well, then you can disrupt your other team's rhythm by taking a tactical toilet break, go and have a breath yourself, if nothing else, or stop in the middle and have a chat and just make them wait a bit with a bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah, good shot here.
What a reply!
That's a fair reply.
Magnificent bowl. Oh, it's blocked out. What'd you call it? Turtling.
Oh no, that wasn't a turtle.
No.
Oh no, it did turtle that one. Yeah. No, it fell with the bias. So turtles when you fall on your back. So no, you're right. Some players like to play at a fast pace. Some people like to take their time. So, one of the things that really gets under the skin of people that take their time is if you're sort of racing up and down the rink and sort of being all sort of full of energy. It sort of gets under their skin a bit. And likewise, the guys that like to play fast, if you could slow them down a bit, it pays dividends sometimes. I think we spoke about it on the first day about just, standing up at the head when you've got, command of the situation and just letting the other guy out the other end sweating on it a bit, feel the pressure a bit more.
Correct, yeah. Look, there's the mental aspect of this game is absolutely huge sometimes, and well, not sometimes, all the time. And you're always trying to, in the end, beat yourself mostly, more than anything.
Not going to get away with that line, unfortunately, Catherine. Yeah, so Randall's got his last bowl, trying to add to the count. If you could just get a little toucher on that, get it down the line a bit, it'll make it very, very difficult. Could even bring that back bowl in.
Yep. And this is what he can see down the rink.
So yeah, just a little toucher, work off the short brown one, get back to the jack.
I just realised I've been messing with that camera that I told myself not to touch. Sorry, everyone.
No, that's a good view. It gives
gives
the spectators a shot of what the players are looking at. It's a good view. I like it.
As we look straight down again, that's what we can see. That's what you'd be bowling into if you were here. She's fixed the line a bit. A little bit of weight.
It's coming back.
It's got a lot of turning.
It's coming back very quick. Look at this. Come back hard enough, will it? Yes, it has. What a great shot.
What a cracker.
That is a great shot.
And applause erupt over to our right, and the Manmora United lads are there behind the girls.
Could have made 3 of them, though. That's a very good shot. That bowl's only about 2 inches off the jack. She's came straight around it, trailed it into her nest there.
She had a good sider with the first one, even though it was under the line. She knew she had the right weight. Just adjust the line a little bit and do it again, and she has just perfectly, and it's going to be 2.
Yeah, and your camera work was great there, mate. It showed exactly what she was presented with, and how she felt she needed to play it from the mat, and she did just that. She played it well.
Oops. Have to start that one again. The scoreboard's not updating for me. Wait a sec. I'll adjust that camera first as they deliver this one. It's a bit jumpy, the poor old girl at the other end. She's had a long year. They're off to a break after this. This is my last live stream for the year, thankfully. And just everything's getting a bit tired and needs some maintenance. So that was a 2 to Manmora United. And important to as well, Curry had won the last 3 ends as well.
Yeah, they started to peg the score back and put a bit of scoreboard pressure back on the Manmora team, but yeah, they've answered with a 2 of their own and put a little bit more of a gap in them. 4 shots of difference. So halfway mark, 4 shots of difference. Still within striking distance, of course, but yeah, I'll tell you what, I'd rather be in the Manmora's position than the Curry's position at the moment. Halfway through and 6 ends to play and 4 shots in front. I spoke about yesterday when we were doing commentating singles games and about maintaining, end or 2 or 3 ends gap and bringing that back to the scorecard. And in pairs and fours and triples, just me personally, I think about it a little bit different. I always think about the least amount you can concede is a 1. So if you're 4 shots in front, 4 ends. Oof. You drop 4 ones, you'll be tired and you'll be still with 2 ends to play in this scenario.
There's that unforgiving grasp we spoke about a fair bit too, just under the line and out it went.
Billy Baxter, the late great Bob Fishlock always coached us to play your game at your pace, not at your opponent's pace. Yeah, that's exactly right, which feeds back into what we were talking about. Not worrying about the opponent's pace so much, but maybe trying to disrupt their pace.
And then maintaining it. If you're on the other way, if it's going well for you, then keep going, and just make sure that you're not interrupting potentially your own run, especially when momentum's going your way. Bowls is such a game of momentum. More than a lot of other sports I've seen, actually. I know Aussie rules footy, AFL has a real thing of momentum swings, and when things are going right, they keep going right.
Yeah, and that's what Bobby would have been talking about. Of course, playing at your own pace is not letting the opponent sort of intimidate you or change the way that you play. But there's nothing saying that you can't try to change the way that he plays.
That's it. Ian's nailed the line 3 times there, just long. That's all. The front bowl's the shot of Julie's. First one, of course, went out of bounds to the left-hand side after she didn't quite get the grass. She's corrected with the next one. This one's skinny again.
It's shorter length thrown from the Manmora guys, or girls, I should say. And yeah, it's disrupted Julie's feel a little bit, although she is holding shot.
Oh, wow, I was completely wrong on the line there. Sorry, everyone, she's nailed it.
She's just getting
right on the line.
Benny, if you watch, she's getting away with a wobble. So they wobble for the first bit, which is obviously straightening the bias up a bit. There has been a couple that she's got away a little cleaner and have got away on her.
A bit like Scotty Rainbow yesterday gets away with a wobble as well, but absolutely nails it in the end. He bowls Optimas that were running skinnier than my XGs.
Yeah. Zoe Nichols just tuned in. Hello, Zoe.
Chair here for you again if you're ready, mate. Or you'll be at work today.
And the other thing about it is, Zoe, is Johnny Lindsay's brought packets of Mentos and you haven't showed up. He's very disappointed.
He was annoyed yesterday. So one thing I haven't done is that. Oh, here we go. This one's looks skinny. It's got some, a lot of turning left. Big pocket of bowls there now, and out there, Jack movement to the back there is pretty huge for the Curry team. Oh, sorry, for the Munmora team.
He's got to drag it a long way though to bring those bowls.
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it's got to be a good strike, but she got away with it before. So I'll just try to identify the bowl types. Everyone asked about that, so for this bowl to come down.
I think the purple ones are Henselites.
I think the purple ones are tailors.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm just looking. I've got a little screen here that I can see it on.
Green Masters, I'll say the dark blue ones. I'll say the speckly ones that we're about to come down now are Optimas or no Aeros. I'm guessing.
There you go. There's three. That looks like a set of those purple ones, little twos. They're
no, size zeros, mate. Size zero tailors.
Oh, the darker one on the left,
yeah,
and then a size 2
Aeros, like I said.
Yep.
And the pink ones where I don't know. You can stick around long enough.
They look Henselite to me.
They do look.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Look at the grip. That's a Z scoop. They're definitely Aeros. So I'll bring that back in a sec once this ball comes down.
Yeah, they're Aeros. So Randall's played a good shot with his first. Is he going to back it up with his second? He's coming in pretty down the hill. Pretty good. Yeah, that's a counter.
Backed it up. So there you go. Yep, you see the Z scoop there of the Aeros.
Yeah, synonymous with Aeros, of course. Z scoop.
So scoot around. I'll try to find the green ones for you. Don't want to miss out on any of the action either. Oops, wrong button.
So Catherine's played a few claggers with the last bowl. We'll see if she can do it again. She really only needs to beat that short one, half that short one for second, and any better than that shot.
Yeah, size 4 tailors they are. I'll show you that in a sec.
They're going to get down enough? No. Oh, no, maybe got second, perhaps.
Yeah, fell in the right direction. So there you go. That's the green ones of Randall. Size 4s.
Thomas Taylor, size 4s.
With their SRs or SRVs.
Like SRs to me. Yeah. Look like an old set of SRs. Getting down hard again here, Randall. He's played 3 bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. I was about to say that. And Jack.
Oh, that's a good shot. He's made 3 of that. That's a good shot. If that's not 3, I'm wrong, but it looks like 3.
Looks like 3 to me.
2.
Oh, okay.
2 good shots anyway from Randall. Stemmed.
Well, that's their first multiple.
Stemmed the flow a little bit and got him within 3 shots. Or 2 shots, I should say. Seven shots to 5, Munmora United. 5 ends to go, 2 shots to diff. Yeah, so Billy Baxter mentioned the late great Bobby Fishlock. Bobby Fishlock was a great coach. Had one thing that he used to be a very, very a bit of a stickler for, which was the stance on the mat, the Fishlock stance.
Fishlock stance.
Yeah, very famous for that.
Oops. Let's go that way instead.
I bowl like that. Bobby taught me how to bowl like that, so that's how I do it. Number of people around Newcastle will do the same thing.
How do you describe the Fishlock stance?
So it's basically just making sure that you're standing on the left-hand side of the mat if you're a right-hander, having your arm swing through the centre line where the mat and the centre line meet. So just eliminating any variables in your grass lines, making sure that you're delivering the same or delivering the bowl through the same axis.
That's interesting. I know when teaching people how to have a run or throw a heavy shot, I teach them to stand far on the left if they're a right-hander, so that your hand is swinging close to the line as possible, because it's no good having your feet on there. Yeah,
so similar concept. If you're playing your backhand, you're on the left-hand side of the mat. If you're playing your forehand, you're still on the left-hand side of the mat. So your arm will always swing through the centre line.
Yep, right on the tee there. Now the line once again, just a little long coming this way. Julie, in what's becoming her traditional just past the jack, just off to the left at the moment. It seems to be where she's putting her first bowl every time. Well, at least one of her bowls every time. Yeah, it's so hard to pick her line.
Yeah, it's different every end. It's different every bowl she plays because it's just a matter of how much wobble she gets out of her hand. She's played 2 good weighted bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Billy's 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Yeah, 1 foot on, 1 foot off, I guess. Depends on how big your feet are.
Yeah. When I was first coached in bowls, I was told to keep my feet together 10 centimetres apart and bowl like that. And the old manuals still say that. But the vast majority of players now play with their left foot, if they're right-hander, slightly forward.
Yeah.
Just creates fewer mechanical movements. I'll just have a watch Julie's delivery here. Self, see that? She's a foot together lady.
Yeah, I'm a foot together person, but still, the fishlock stance is basically what she's doing, with the right foot on the left-hand side of the mat, the other one half off the mat or 1 foot off the mat. It's more or less exactly what Julie's doing there when she played the backhand.
I think I've had to learn that one of the great bowling mentors and a wonderful bloke down at Ulladulla at the moment taught me and he's offsider as well, I get to bring it up again, the reigning triple champions from the Australian Open from 2013, they haven't played it since, taught me was that not to line up the body, especially being a fat dude, don't line up in front of your body.
Yeah, that's
line up to the side.
Yeah, your arm swings beside your body, so that's where you line yourself up from. Yeah, it's outside of your right foot. If you're a right-hander.
Shot.
Yeah, that was all stuff that Bobby used to teach us when we were kids, and also Barry Salter, very similar in the way that he coached all the alignment stuff. Two legends of Newcastle bowls, really, Bobby Fishlock and Barry Salter. So I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of tutelage from both those guys coming up in the under 25 ranks in Newcastle. So, yeah, legends of the game, those two guys.
Mm.
Randall won't get away with that unless he's got some speed.
Now, the other stance I think of when you're thinking about that is this bowl ducks past and across. It's not even going to hit Julie's bowls. I don't think it's run all the way through. Is if you don't have the movement in your hips or your legs, you've had a replacement or something like that. The old woodcutter stance is a ripper.
Yep.
So just put yourself in the position you'd be if you'd had the step.
Yeah.
And then just
take a little
swing
bit
your arm
smaller,
through.
or a smaller step, just a tiny little step. Yeah, you see a lot of English people do that.
Woodcutter stance sounds like we're talking martial arts.
David Foster was pretty good at the woodcutting stance.
So Glenn Billy back to saying Bob was also very famous for a 3 metre long stick.
Yeah, he used to put that between your feet. You'd put the 3 metre long stick between your feet and then run it like that, and that's your line. That's
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I try to teach new bowlers too. When they first come on, they stand on the mat and they stand square.
Yep.
And face it. And like baseball, if you ever played baseball or anything like that, the bowl's going to go in the direction your feet face.
Well, not just your feet, your whole body.
Your whole body, yeah.
Yeah,
your hips,
your shoulders. That's what you said about square. So, yeah, there's no point in having your hips and your shoulders facing up the line and your feet facing the boundary peg, because you're going to want to go towards where your body weight is.
That's it.
So, yeah, it's all about aligning yourself, not just your feet.
Shot.
So, yeah, hips, shoulders, feet, they all should line up. That way, if you were to fall over, you'd fall in the direction you want to send the bowl.
Well done to the Curry team there, holding 2 so far. It's a good correction in line. He's punching. Is he looking to move Jack, or is he just trying to draw and overthrowing it a bit?
I don't know. It may have looked enticing, but yeah, in those types of shots, even if you are wanting to play it on this green, on these greens, it's just a draw shot, and if you do get lucky enough to drag the Jack a foot, beautiful. Matty Johnson joined in to the stream. Matty, a former Australian Open pairs champion with Corey Packer, and pretty handy bowler in his own right. Local,
2 to 1 more. Sorry, mate.
Local lad. Plays out at Soldiers Point Bowling Club. So welcome to the stream, Matty.
So this club and Soldiers Point, are you guys rivals, would you say?
Oh, I've been rivals forever, mate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old enemies?
No, there's always been a bit of feeling in the games between Soldiers Point and Raymond Terrace, even before we started on the run that we're on at the moment. Soldiers Point's always been a bit of a grudge match.
Club of Warren Shipley, of course.
Yeah, Warren Shipley plays there now, but over the years it's been a number of different people, but yeah, they've always had strong sides and some quality players, and it wasn't that long ago that Soldiers Point was the team to beat. So we worked hard over the years trying to be the team that beat them, and we finally did. And now we're making a little bit of a habit of it, fortunately. But yeah, no, Soldiers Point, a good club, good blokes, good players.
Who did you play in the final, the Grade 1 final this year? Or wasn't Soldiers Point?
We played Soldiers Point.
I played against them, that's right.
So we played Soldiers Point in the state final, yeah. They had a good season. Unfortunate enough that they were in our section, along with quite a number of other strong teams. So we were well and truly battle hardened by the time we got to state, because our section in the 1 grade Newcastle was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. Yeah, it's the best section I've played ever in Newcastle Bowls.
Shot Julie there. Yeah, that's amazing. Best section you played in Newcastle Bowls. That's a big year for this. Is it very strong in Zone 2?
Yeah, and it made even stronger by this year was probably the first year that all the clubs have access to marquee players. In the past, we've been playing our season at a different time to Sydney, and hasn't allowed us to get access to those players. This year, we were able to get access to the Queenslanders and Victorians and stuff like that, and quite a number of the clubs joined in. Tried to strengthen their squads up by flying players in, and it certainly did that. We had some cracking games and some cracking opposition, I tell you. I think that's a big part of the reason why we were able to go so well at state this year, because we hadn't really had an easy game. There's a lot to be said for the quality of your opposition.
Which I couldn't agree more with that. You want to play against the best and beat the best. It's the best way to improve. It's no good bashing down. Let's cut that in.
Yeah, and that's a good thing about this platinum thing from my perspective, or from my point of view, is the platinum pennant. It's just you're going to have to be on your game every week, so you're not playing any weak sides at all. And if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best, and we're going to have to do that week in, week out in the platinum pennant if we're going to be going any good. In fact, every club in the platinum pennant is going to have to do that week in, week out, which is going to be certainly good for their development, but not only that, good for the game too.
So two good shots there from Julie and one knocked in. So a little smile on the face there as she walked past as well. And if anyone has any comments about platinum pennants, please keep them out of the live chat. Some pretty vocal opinions out there about that.
I can understand that too. Everybody's entitled to their opinion,
exactly.
And it's one of those subjects that's a little bit contentious, but no, I believe that if it's done and it's done right, it can only be a good thing for lawn bowls in New South Wales. That's just my belief.
I'm excited for it, man. I can't wait. I'm hoping that it doesn't cut into my pennant season too much, because I had...
you'll be streaming a bit, won't you?
That's it. Speaking of woodcutter stance, just going back to that, have a look at this.
Yeah, there it is. And doesn't even take a step. So that's what you was talking about before, yeah.
No step at all. One of the agreements I said when I started this job is I needed to be able to play my pennants. I love it. It's the best time of the year. Great shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Yeah, growing up in Tasmania, mate, they play 6 months of bowls inside and outside, and they squeeze their pennant season into that 6 months, and it's the be-all and the end-all in Tassie. It's very much like Victoria. They're so passionate and vocal about it when they play pennants, and certainly, instilled in me, how important a competition pennants for clubs is from a younger age, and We're fortunate enough to have a group of guys here at the club that believe the same thing and put their all into it every year. So
it is the be-all and end-all. In my mind, I love it. It's my favourite time of year. Coming off Christmas, straight into Independence. I know some crazy people out west are starting the Independence season on the 13th of January. And the hottest time of the
January.
year. Yeah. It's going to be crazy out there.
Yeah, we're starting ours in February, I think,
Yeah,
24th of February.
Yeah.
It's still not cold by any stretch.
No, it's warm, but it's not 40 degrees in the sun.
Especially out west.
Especially out west, yeah.
Interesting shot selection here. He's got an open hand on the other side. He could have sat the ball through the hole for a number, but he's definitely played the harder shot here, I reckon.
We're seeing once again that decision to dead draw instead of he's got 3 seconds.
Well, yeah. And now he's got a little bit of protection at the back, so he's not going to drop any more than one.
That's right. It's 1 down, 3 seconds. Nothing. No real risk in running into that head and moving that bowl out.
Well, this one's going to fly around the back somewhere too, but so not far sure if it'll get past the green one. No, so he can only drop absolute worst. Oh no, it ran on further than I thought. I'm sorry.
So yep, she's identified it, Julie, and said, "No, turn over, mate. Come this way." Maybe he's not liking that hand, but that's definitely the side to play.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be playing the shot that I would have played with my second bowl now. Probably just a confident draw, looking to draw a toucher. But yeah, it's definitely on that hand. And he's played some good ones coming down this way. Like he's
exactly
getting a lot of late turn.
Here he comes now.
Here it comes. Work off that, and he's in.
Well, he got very close.
It turtled out. I think that's turtled out, Benny.
Word of the day, turtle.
Yep.
They're going to have a measure.
I'm sitting here with my hands on my head.
Oh dear. Close one. Might be an umpire's call. 1 to Curry.
1 to Curry. So he managed to get it, That's good. I'm pleased for him because he deserved it.
There we are. 9 to 6 now. Manmora up by 3 shots in 9 of a 12-end game. 3 ends to go. I'm going to do something I haven't done yet. I'm going to check the scoreboard to make sure I'm right and it reflects correctly what's going on over there. If I can find it. Which one are they using?
That one.
That one. Yeah, they're a couple ends behind. 9-5 that says, and that was 1 to Curry. Good. I've kept up to date this time, everyone.
Billy Baxter asking you when you're going to head back to beautiful WA and his stunning Rotto in the near future.
Yeah,
he's a proud WA man, Billy.
Yeah, so am I, by the way. And spent a lot of time in WA early this year. Even got COVID over there and got stuck in a hotel in West Perth.
Oh, what a shame.
For a bit. And some time took the kids out to Rottnest Island for the first time. We love the quokkas. Our youngest daughter's a real little animal person, and the quokkas were just the greatest thing she'd ever seen. And when will I be back? As soon as I can is the only answer I've got there for you. I'm hoping actually next year, because the Nationals, Nationals are over there, that they'll give me a gig. I'll talk to Bowls Australia and see if they'll. All it will cost them is a plane flight, because I can stay with family. Worst thing is it has to be north of the river, though. Don't like being north of the river.
There's a place I've never been to, actually. I've never been to WA or Perth. Always wanted to get over there, but...
It is different. It's flat, is the best way I can put it. And flat like you, in a way that is hard to describe until you get to the escarpment, but beautiful. Heaven on earth.
Yeah, I've made my way around most of Australia, but the Northern Territory and the WA, they're the two I haven't been to yet.
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones that's done every single state in the country multiple times, just around with the ships. All coastal, though. I've done much inland,
The Navy, yeah.
I've lived in 4 states. 1, 2, 3. Oh, in Canberra. Yep. So 5 essentially.
This is coming down the hill nicely. Got the right weight. She's very, very good.
So Glenn Baxter's a West Australian, did you say?
Yeah, he is, mate. Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go. Is he a Fremantle or a West Coast supporter? And this is going to affect my opinion on him.
I don't know. I think he goes for what's the name of the joint? Oh, see, there's that wobble again, Ben.
Yep.
See that?
Straight out.
It's gone straight out the side of her hand, wobbled, as he was struggling to come back in. That happened earlier too. Subiaco he goes for.
Subi Lions. So do I.
No, I don't know. That was the club I was thinking of.
Ooby dooby. Yeah. I'm a Subiaco fan before the AFL came in.
Yeah.
Whole family except for one silly man, my uncle Stephen, who barracks for some other black and blue team, which we don't talk about, the Royals. One of my great uncles was a man named Alphonsus Kine, who's one of the great coaches of Collingwood Football Club ever.
Okay.
So another one of my uncles supported Collingwood, and everyone hated him for it.
Yeah, you either love them or you hate them, don't you, Collingwood?
Same
my uncle goes for Collingwood. He's the old collie wobbles. Well, you can't
not
call
last
them
year,
that.
not at the
That's
moment.
what
No,
I was going to say. You can't call them that late. No, I'm an Essendon boy, mate.
Bombers.
Unfortunately.
Scarf swingers.
Oh, mate, we haven't had too much of a good run lately. Year 2000 was ideal, and 23 years we've been in the wilderness, mate.
I was going to say, how old were you when you last won a final? It's been a long time.
2000.
Yeah.
I was living in Tassie then. Good shot here from Randall.
Will you follow the Tasmanian team when they come in?
No, I don't swap teams, mate.
Yep.
No, I'm a bomber, and that's it. Well, we had a golden era back then in those times. You know, James Hird and Matty Lucas. Matty Lloyd, Scotty Lucas. Yeah, had a pretty shit outside then. Sorry, excuse the French.
Oh, there's one. first one of the coverage this week. We had one last week. Peter Dive let one slip as well. Sorry, everyone. Doesn't matter. In the what's the word called in the wasteland that is live streaming? You're not going to get censored for that. You'll be fine.
I'm sorry. Randall doesn't have to make much of an adjustment here. His grass was pretty good. Just going to put a foot of weight on it. He'll have a shot. He really needs to draw one here because they're running out of ends and they're 3 behind. He's put a bit more pressure on him with his last now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really an end they can afford to lose in multiple on. If they drop a 2 here, they're 5 behind with 2 to play.
We've had enough grass both sides, both times, of those bowls to draw a shot. There's enough space in there.
That's right.
To a little bit more pace, and he's dead on it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He just needs to adjust his weight and tick the scoreboard over in his favour. Move on to the last 2 ends, only 2 behind.
It is funny on a quick green that sometimes you can be guilty of dropping short because you're too scared of it.
Yeah.
And I know I've been guilty of that a lot, changing to a short end and then dropping it 2 metres short.
Yeah.
So bad habit. Looks like he's got more pressure on it this time.
He's out nice again, yeah, but he did seem to get away on it a bit more or get behind it a bit more.
Oh, he's
Give
inside. He slides down. There's the shot.
That's a good shot from Randall. I'll tell you what, if they hold on to this, it's an interesting game over the last 2 ends. They didn't really want to drop a 2 then, would have put him a fair way behind with 2 to play, but they hold on to a score here. They're well within striking distance. I'd be feeling pretty confident if I was them holding on to this one. So Randall's played a few good bowls the last few ends, and if Julie can whack that first bowl on it or one of her first 3 on it, it's going to be a mighty interesting last couple of ends, I reckon.
She's pretty narrow.
Yeah, she's narrow, mate. This is going to be 1 to Curry, and like I said, 2 behind with 2 to go.
So, 7-9, as you said, 2 behind with 2 to go. Interestingly, after 10 ends, Curry's actually won 6 of the ends, but every single one of Munmora's scores have been multiples: 2, 3, 2, and 2. And the rest on the other side, it's all been singles except for the 7th end, which was a 2 for Curry. So actually, in the end, probably had the better of it, the Curry team. Just not as much of it.
This one's not too much of a different length to the last end. She's brought the mat up a little bit. Haven't had to move the camera too much, so...
No.
I reckon the length is more or less the same. And the last end coming in this direction too, so... rolled a similar length. Let's see what Julie can do with the first. Tell you what, if she can put one on it here, it'll certainly... put the fear of God in the Munmora team. It's not a bad opener. Good shot, Julie.
So I'm just going through and looking on the Bowls New South Wales Facebook page at the responses to Joel's win. He's wearing the What a Bowler hat. That's getting some comments there. I'm enjoying. Here comes Ian's first one. Good line, both ladies. It's a little short.
So sort of taken away a direct line to the jack in the early stages with the first 2 bowls. And Julie can put one round behind it here and count it to be pretty tough to beat. She's just let that one out the inside of her hand.
Mm-hmm. Here's something, if Julie watches this back and noting the comments, then maybe that's something she could work on with a coach. Just a release out of her hand.
Yeah, I think she's played well, and I think her bad ones have been just because of a delivery problem. There's just flicked a few of them, and
yeah, she's clearly got the skills to be there and the spatial ability to get up near the jack. Just needs more consistent release, I think, and then she'll be a gun, someone to watch out for.
And so even with the one that she got off the inside of her hand, she played perfect weight for it too.
There's that one I think's going to be narrow, but hasn't been.
No, she got that one out clean.
Yeah,
though.
this one came out smooth, yeah.
Yeah, it came out smooth, so yeah, she's going to be tight. Good weight again. Yeah, I don't want to coach anybody over the live stream or anything like that, but yeah, I think if she could sort that delivery out or just get it a little bit more consistent, it'd work wonders for her, because she's been picking the weight most of the time.
I couldn't agree more. You look at that. This end here is your example. It's 3 good weighted bowls, just 3 very different lines that came down. So that one running back. Game of two sides here at the moment. The Munmora ladies will be definitely pushing down the left-hand side, the ditch side of the rink. And the Curry will be pushing the other way, trying to roll Julie's bowl in or draw shot themselves. Big end, this one, in the context of the game. Curry win even by 1. Get 1 shot up, then big chance. But there's a big difference between getting 3 shots or 4 to win compared to getting 2. Big difference.
Yeah, well, these are 3 big bowls for Randall. If he can play at least 1, we go into a shootout on the last end.
He's out well.
Can't quite judge his speed with the camera jumping
Yeah,
around.
jumping around. Again, sorry everyone, that's just a camera that needs a service.
Well, it's not in a bad spot. If Catherine is going to be playing the ditch side, it's something in her eye.
Mm-hmm. So a good bad bowl in the end, you might say, as sometimes people say.
Yeah, well, obviously the draw line's around that, but you don't want to be getting narrow, and she may have done that. She was narrow. Fortunately, she's too narrow.
So a bit of a turn up for the books. The South Tamworth team over there, which I'm watching after their first big winner, having another one. 17-4 over there at the moment, after 8 ends. They could end up being the favourites after that, after two floggings.
I think if they win this game, they'll assume favouritism. So Randall just overdone.
Yep, perfect line.
Catherine out on a higher line. She wouldn't. She wouldn't, would she?
Oh,
I thought she was going to get a rub straight in.
So did I. Just the way that camera's making the screen jump, the frame rate's not great, but goodness me.
So I'm not sure who's holding shot. I'd say the Curry team is holding. That's the way it looks, but obviously the angles are a bit deceiving. Randall hasn't quite. Oh, has he? Not
Good.
quite.
No.
Not quite. So if it's going to be anything, it's going to be one to either side. So, I mean, not out of the realms of possibility picking up a 3 or a 4 to draw or win, but I really think they'd be hoping they're hanging on for 1 here and going into the last end 1 behind.
One it'll be.
Out. 1 down. So
needing something big now.
yeah, Moore in the box seat now.
3 shots between them to get another tie for Curry. They obviously drew their first game, and 4 shots to win it. Moore is definitely having the advantage. Sarah Tripper saying, let's go Mama Julie, watching from Melbourne in Victoria. Hope it's nice down there for you, mate. Are you a bowler, Sarah? And Laura Kelvin's, yeah, let's go.
Good start from Ann. Just like to welcome Greg Brown to the stream.
It's come on late.
Yeah, Greg's a bowler out at Karua. He's from the Brown family out that way. Ben his younger brother, and George and Rhonda his mum and dad. Good family, the Browns, old oyster farmers out that way. And Noreen Snedden is also watching. Welcome, Noreen. Noreen, an old Raymond Terrace player, very accomplished in her own right. And Ryan Steele also joining in. Welcome, Ryan. So you've tuned in for the last end of the second game, guys. Marmora 3 in front with 1 to play. Curry needing 4 for a victory. They had a draw in their first game, so a draw isn't going to be real good for them in this one. They really need 4 shots to sort of stay in the hunt.
Yeah, just looking at that there, 1 point for a draw, and 3 points for a win. So they're looking at that ladder now.
That's 2 good shots from Ian. That's a very good start. It's making it very difficult for the Curry team. I think that Julie needs to get down there and try to get jack movement if they're going to be any chance. There's a bit of a wobble on that one, as you can see. On the running now. I think it'll hold up. It's all on the running.
So what's interesting in this at the moment is I'm looking across Nelson Bay, who was second on that ladder, who tied with Curry last time, winning 10-3 of the top team of Greenleafs Park right now. So that'll change things up a little bit. They'll go to the top
on 4.
On 4. Munmora's likely to end up in second position should they win this, with a score of 3. And the other 2 teams stuck on 1. So that's interesting. So the last game in this section is going to be very important.
Julie really needs to trail the jack here. She needs to get contact onto the jack or onto her bowl and pluck the other one out.
She's come out nice and smoothly with the bowl
She
there.
gets one bowl out here, it helps a lot.
Yep, right in front of the camera so we can't see what's going on. Here
She's
it
got the
comes. There's
That's a
Jack.
good shot.
What
That's
a
good
massive shot.
Well, that gives Randall a chance. That's a big shot.
Does give Randall a chance. He's been a bit short over the last few ends. He needs to make it into the head this time, but that's that brings him very close.
Yeah, so like I said, it's absolutely imperative that Curry wins this game. If they don't win, they're going to be pushing it. They had a draw in their first game. It's only worth 1 point, so 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw. They really need to win this game. They get another draw even, it's not good enough. So
you see here, all the people on the left-hand side of the poll there are Curry supporters, and all the people to the right are Munmora supporters. So a bit of a separation there. The screams and yells going up for this last end. You can hear it from inside the club.
There's quite a few people spread up that sideline there too, Benny,
Yep.
as you can see. So Catherine looks narrow again. She's played a lot of these heavy, narrow sort of shots.
Greg Brown asking you if you're filling up the Aussie Day 4s next year. The answer is yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill it up, Greg, but I'm happy to take a side from you. Just give me a buzz, send me a message, I'll put it in for you, mate. I've given the Australia Day 4s a plug a few times during the streams, so hopefully I'll get a few more entries out of it. Randall coming back hard. Needs to be around or under. Around or under.
Oh, yes.
He's around it.
I think he's sitting there beautifully for another shot, looking down there. Yep, definitely down there.
It looks like 3 from here.
So the game is currently tied.
Oh, that's a good shot from Randall. Takes a little bit of pressure off him with his next 2 as well. If Catherine happens to fail here...
Yep, going underneath. Jeez.
Now, what does he do here? Does he play the same shot?
Absolute grandstand finish happening right here.
I think he's got to play the same hand and try to draw under that pink. I don't think he can draw a shot around it now that he's got his own bowl there. I think he needs to draw under that pink for a counter a whole game.
How big is this bowl? This could...
He's out on a line again. His bowls get a lot of late turn.
You don't see teams grab a 4 to win a game very often. That's not bad. He's just running past.
Just a little bit, well, either a little bit heavy or a little bit wide. I'd probably say he's a little bit wide. Could have landed on his own bowls and counted. So.
It's a good decision here by Kath coming down and having a chat. This is a huge bowl in the context. They're currently tied. She needs to make contact with something.
Yeah.
It's a tough draw for her. She needs to cut out a couple of bowls at very minimum.
I think it's a bit of a rake up on the back end. Look for the searching of the jack or pushing your bowl into a head. You only got to you don't really have to worry about getting shot. You just have to worry about them getting 4. So
Just have to make impact. That's right.
I'd be playing the backhand with a bit of weight, trying to pump something up or get a clear under the jack.
Yeah, some very tense-looking faces. Munmora, who the crowd probably thought they'd won. And at the moment they're tying. You can see
Well, they were a bit celebratory after the last end. You would have heard them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I did. And you can see them now. Lots of tension there, and they're looking and discussing what they do. Look at the faces.
A few furrow brows out there.
Yep.
A few hands on chins.
Yeah.
This is a big bowl in the context of the game, like you said. I think, is she trying to draw it? Oh, I'd be playing narrow and heavy up through the middle there, but... Oh, she's on a good line.
She's better than last time. Better than the last 2 bowls. It's got a lot of turning left to do. Here it comes.
Oh, I think she's going to do enough. Going to get that into the head. Yep.
And she's drawn the shot.
That's a good shot. Now,
Celebrations there from the Munmora crowd.
Randall's got a big bowl to play here. It's going to be very hard to extricate that.
Wowee. Huge saving bowl. The game to that point was drawn. Kath's last bowl coming through, knocking her own bowl in, perfectly weighted, perfect grass, and is actually drawn a shot after being 3 down. That's a 4-shot turnaround, and they're now holding game.
I think he's got 2 options here, Randall. The first one being just to sort of try to get the jack past that back blue one and bring his green ones into the count. The other option is probably looks a little bit harder, is just to try to get that pink bowl out through the back two bowls.
Yeah, that's a very precise, heavy shot. And he hasn't played one the whole game, as we've seen in the rookies a bit. I'm just looking back, how many they got on the tee?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if he happens, I think he's only going to get 3 on the tee, which will be a draw with his bowl coming through. I think he needs to try to just get it the perfect spot around that back blue one, try to bring his 2 green ones into play and his own bowl.
Yeah, he's going to be precise.
I think if he runs at the jack and loses his bowl that finishes in the ditch won't count. So I think the only shot he's got is to try to trail the jack past that blue one and bring his 2 green bowls into the count.
Grandstand finish here. He's given it a fair track. These do turn very late.
It's coming back now.
Yep, he's
Coming
close.
back now. Has he got the weight to move it? No, he doesn't.
Well, he might get a slide.
It's not enough. It's only 2.
Brilliant shot.
It's a good shot. He just underplayed it a fraction, and yeah, it's unfortunate because he was in the area.
2 it is. 10-9 to finish. The players shake hands. I'm not sure what they were delaying for. They're actually giving me a little heart attack. But 2 shots to finish. 10-9 in a cracking game, and in this rookies pairs final in the sections. I'm going to shut down the streams this time and restart them all, just so there's no confusion. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us for what has been a remarkable game of bowls, and we'll see you soon in about probably 10-15 minutes for the next round of